Yes, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, my people, welcome back. And yes, we are back. We're back again. You already see the title, the new El Presidente, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. So yeah, man, I thought to myself, you know what? Let's carry on the theme the other day, last week. We got back into it. So I thought, let's just continue this theme and what's going on and what we do best on Somali Speak is we speak about issues that face the peninsula back home and abroad. وعناقي وياقي هذا نفهم ونفهم تونتا. Then yes, please, again, help a brother out. HBO special, share, like, and subscribe, please. It goes a long way as well. And so today's topic is going to be about straight Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and who is he. For us, maybe some guys that don't know who he is, maybe people that know who he is. He's the first president to get re-elected as well. And already, I see the comments kicking off, man. Bang! I see a comment already here. Ahmed Umar. He's already kicked off with a brutal comment right there. Wow. So, guys, again, remember this is Somali Speakers. Please, it's our channel, Wadat Kenny. Wow, it's a channel for Mutta Somali across the world to come connect, speak about issues that really face them. And today, since there's a new president in the southern part of the region, so I thought to myself, cover who he is, what he's about, what's his manifestos. I've got a couple of videos, interesting videos that I want to play. But for some strange reason, my videos thing is not coming up. I don't know why. Having an issue sharing, but we're gonna get into it. And yeah, that's about it. That's what I really wanted to get into. Speak about the issue and just give me a second. I'm gonna really find out what's going on with the settings. I can't even get into it. For some strange reason, it's not even letting me share. Yes. What did she say? What did Naima Abdi say? What do you think was gonna No, I was gonna interview him, sis. That's a bit with one Naima. No, I was gonna actually give people the opportunity to come out, speak, see what they say, see their point of views. That's about it. Don't know about that, man. But inshallah, one day we might get him in, man. You never know who get on this channel, man. You never know who's on Somali Speakers. If you check our TikTok, you might see a couple of people that are actually famous out here still. Let me put out this link. Anyone that wants to join, have their say as well. Know how the game goes. I forgot that the link wasn't even up there. But for some strange reason, I can't get up the video that I wanted to share. It's just not even letting me do it. It's just not letting me do it for 1 second. So let me see if I could do it this way. It's exactly what I wanted to do it this way, but I don't know. So give me a second, guys. I thought I wanted to introduce this video that was kind of powerful that I was watching. No, but I'm still looking at Naima's comment here was making me laugh. She said, "Oh, do you think he was gonna?" Nah, never that, sister Naima, never that. I don't think she understands. Maybe she's new to the channel, but I'm not really sure. But let me just put out this, pin out the link to the chat. First things first. Where is it? Where is it? The chat. Sorry, let me pin that up. And yeah. I'm actually trying to find out what the hell is going on with this thing here. StreamYards, but you know when StreamYards has to act up on you sometimes. Sure, you guys don't know about when StreamYards. Give me a second. I'm gonna be popping right back for you guys. Bear with me. Yeah, guys, I'm actually back, but you know what? There is something really going on with my There's something really going on because there's a couple of videos that I wanted to play and actually discuss this, but I have to see what's going on. I don't even know why it's not letting me go into it. Let me see if I can do it another way. Trying to figure it out. No, just what I hate. This is what sometimes I kind of hate. The streamers acts up, but it's just a bit weird. I have to get onto them. Give me a second, guys. What did he say? Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't really have I don't have a Scooby Doo what that means, but mm, yeah, my brother, man, I'm having some technical difficulty. Yeah, you know this, man. I wanted to play a live stream video, but for some strange reason, it's not letting me happen, and I can't really. No, it's not even a typo, bro. I don't know what you're saying. Team Formaggio. Didn't even say she's Team Formaggio. Why are you Team Formaggio? That's the good question. Why are you not Team Hassan? That's the you hear me. Yes, assalamu alaikum as well. Okay. Let me try to get into this way. Let me see if it's gonna happen. But anyway, guys, we're gonna continue to chat. Anyone that wants to come in and actually make this into a conversation, well, your boys don't monologue in. Obviously, I hate to monologue myself, but as I'm trying to get this thing to work for me, and I can't really believe it, man. I should have judged. I should have worked it out and actually paused the stream for a little bit. But I thought, you know what? You get me? I thought to myself, let me see what's going on here. Yeah, so hopefully they're gonna come back. What did this person say? Okay. Yes, my brother. Yes. I see you. I see you. Long time. Long time. Long time. Let me see who this person is. Someone's come up on the chat. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good, brother. What about you?
I'm alright, man. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Yeah. I'm from Malaysia, by the way.
Okay, you're from Malaysia. How are you, my Malaysian brother?
I'm good. I'm very well. Yeah. The reason I came on is just to ask you, you are Somali?
Yeah.
Oh, but you are in the UK.
Yeah, I'm in the UK.
Oh, I see. I just want to ask, what is actually going on in Somalia? And I've heard a lot of stories about Somalis. I don't know whether you know this, but there are Somalis who became apostates. Like I think one particular one that you should know is Ayan Hersi Ali, right? This sort of
Yeah.
people, and maybe you can tell me what's happening in Somalia, and what is the how Somalis view the world, etc. This sort of things. Yeah,
On what exactly? Oh, you got me confused there, my Malaysian friend. What way?
yeah, about Islam especially. Yeah.
Well, I don't speak for all Somalis about that, but so
Oh,
you
I
have to,
see.
make a consensus, speak to all of them, and yeah,
I mean, are you in contact with, I'm pretty sure you are in contact with Somalis, right? I mean, I'm sure you speak to them, you mix with them, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you can tell me how's things there. Yeah.
Boy, I don't even know. Plus, we got a whole show dedicated to talk about something else. But for me, what do you go around asking people from their different ethnicities some random weird questions? Is that what you're about?
No, just wondering, that's all. Yeah. I mean, what
Mm.
about you? How's life for you as as a Somali living in the UK? Yeah, this sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a good question. For me, yeah, it's all right. Obviously, I'd love to go back home and yeah, and this is why the main ethos of our channel is to connect people, speak about issues that face us home and abroad.
I see, I see, I see. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
I
this
thought,
whole channel was dedicated for.
mashallah, very good. So, I
Yeah.
mean, do you go back to Somalia often or not?
Yeah, well, I try. I'm from Somaliland, by the way, so I'm from a whole different region. Yeah, I try my best every couple of years
Oh, I
when I
see.
can, obviously, to get away. You know, where I'm from.
What about the political situation in Somalia? Are you familiar with it?
Pardon?
The political situation in Somalia. Are you familiar with it?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure that out, my man, right now. So
Yes.
yeah, in many of us, this is what we do. You know, some people are politically aware, some people are not.
I see. I see. I see. Yeah. So I've heard that actually I think in Somalia they've elected a new president, right?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. The other day, still,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
they elected a new president.
Yeah.
Went to
Yeah.
speak about a new president, and yeah,
So how do Somalis view him in general? Yeah.
that's what we're trying to figure out today. That's the whole show. That's the whole show. Obviously, we're trying to figure it out.
I
So we're
see. I
trying to
see.
open up the conversation. But as I'm trying to do that, my video
Yeah.
share something is not really quite working. Yes,
I
big up.
see.
Is that my brother MTV in the building? I see you. Assalamu alaikum, Sir the Wall, Sir the Wall.
Alaikum salam. How's it going, bro?
Alhamdulillah, my brother. Long time. Legend, legend. If y'all don't know about this
Yeah, man.
channel,
I thought I
this
had
is
to
my
join this
channel.
conversation, bro. How I very
Niko
important
maskeri dona,
conversation.
imo kanisha meshan kasari dona, man.
Yeah.
Shaka kalunu wada abti.
Nigga shake الديني وحورا يا بنا.
How can I find one? No, how? Shaka kalunu, I'm kasari me. Like someone said, I think the sister Najima said, I think she said it right here, yeah. She said, I shouldn't be vibes, red flag. Nagay lalia. Shaka kale. So, guys, MTV, talk to me. Since you're here, I'm
Brother,
having some technical.
والله
I wanted to play some videos in the background, but I'm having some technical difficulties. So I
I
could
think
carry on
there's a fire ongoing right now in Mogadishu. I think you guys know that, right?
right now.
Yeah, for the last I think 2 hours right now in Banadir Market around the area.
Well, just like the one in Hargeisa recently.
Well, it's not that big, but I mean, it could
Mm,
spread. There's a lot of there's a lot of
mm,
worry that it could spread. But there's
mm-hmm,
an ongoing fire right now in Benadir Marka.
mm-hmm.
Allah sahla al bro.
I mean. Yeah, MTV, let's get into it. Thoughts and what's your thoughts on this? The new guy. I wouldn't say he's a new guy. He's an old guy, but became a new guy. So Hassan Sheikh
Yeah,
Mohamud, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the
wallahi,
guy?
brother. And before the election, there was an idea that Somalia look to Jawin and Qafqasu. Yani, let's
Mm-hmm.
not bring somebody who's new, who's gonna have a lot of challenges. So I think the whole perception was that, Formaggio, and he done a lot of promises in terms
Mm-hmm.
of election, security. waxyaabo badan ayuu ballanqaad sameeyey. The guy, he tried well, he done what he could, but at the same time, there was too many drivers around Madaxweyne Formaggio,
Mm-hmm.
and then we all know there were guys that were working behind the scene, who were doing their own authorities.
Mm-hmm.
Marka, it got a bit too much for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You found it.
Mm-hmm.
So Marka, for Hassan Sheikh to come back, I think it was a case of, okay, what do we do? We can't try
Mm-hmm.
somebody new. So what we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna need is somebody who's maxaa ku dhahay, wax taqaano, almeena
Mm-hmm.
just to try to get a little bit of progress. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, brother?
Best of the bad bunch. Is that what you're trying to say?
Best of the bad bunch, exactly, bro.
Mm-hmm. For me,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, obviously MTV know me. I'm from the north side. Obviously,
mashallah, bro.
the Scudad one. He only siyasadan ku kala duwan. I always say that Somali do
Mashallah.
halal dad siyasadan ku kala duwan. But from an outsider looking in, this guy splits a lot of camps. Hassan Sheikh. He's a very divisive person. For me, I like him. He's charismatic. Well, I wrote on one accent. He knows how to talk. And one criticism I had about Formaggio, for me, he was a silent president. Very silent president. There was times where I
Absolutely,
felt like he
absolutely.
could have been vocal. He should have spoke up. Like, there's times about like
But bro,
recently, the October incident. There's times I felt like he shouldn't have took the lead. A lot of people saying he used Fuad Yassin as a mouthpiece. Well, I feel like sometimes Formaggio should have came out called Sony. I feel like, but the minute I saw the other day, because we were live streaming as well the other day. If you go back to
شوف
it, I
يعني
mean, if you got time, we were live streaming. The minute Hassan spoke as soon as he got elected, you could tell this guy's charismatic. Like even today, I wanted to play a couple of his videos, but for some strange reason, I'm having so much technical difficulties. Yeah,
mm.
and it's the Chrome. I think it's starting to do my Chrome because for some strange reason, I had a couple of videos. But you know what? Forget the videos. We'll just make it into a shortcut thing. And anyone that wants to
Yeah,
join me
bro.
in June can
Well,
join us.
bro, أنا حتى وارك. Well, I seen the speech by the president, former president Farmajo, and well, to be honest, bro, it was a bit disappointing to be frank because he didn't really thank his prime minister who done a lot of job in terms of the election. Somalia. He didn't thank the federal states as a diplomatic way to thank because that kind of Somali waa ma garatay. Marka madaxweynaha xoogaa mamar waxaa is leedahay personalities maxaa ka qaldan yani dadka inay hadlaana la rabaa moogtaa. You have to talk to people, you have to persuade them, you have to bring them on board, you have to
This is what I'm
update them.
saying. This
Somali,
is why this is why I say
Somali,
Somali
exactly,
president, MTV. Like I wanted to say, I think a Somali he has to be charismatic.
absolutely.
He has to be a man of the. He has to 24/7. Dad badan qabila badan dad badan ku dhex jira. But carry on, my brother.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Marka, if you do like if we all do personal service, we all can see who's who from the characters of the individuals. And but I mean, he done Farmaajo done a lot of good things. Let's be honest. waxyaabaha ciidamada iyo sharafta iyo waxyaaba badan oo nuu sameeyey ma garatay. But at the same time, waxyaabaha ka qaldama waxay ahayd Soomaalida waa dad oral ah. Soomaalida waa dad hadlo. Soomaalida waa dad oo rabaa inay ogaadaan wax walbo. The moment I can aamused the Somali, he sees you as a suspicious. Vamos at. Marka madaxweynaha waxaa la rabaa in lala taliyo oo la dhaho mudan madaxweyne dadka dhexgal u sheekeey update wax uu sameey at least dadka qanci. You fahmos brother?
I'm totally. This is what, and I think like a lot of people gave him stick for this, and I feel like maybe that's gonna spoil his tenure, like as a president. If you look at Formaggio, because there's a couple of guys making a couple of statements here that I'm not really sure, but one of my brothers was that South Africa. What did he say? It can be easy. Yeah, I hear that. I hear where you're coming from, but like I always say, I think President Formaggio was a silent president, and I think that kind of destroyed him in a political, especially in a political scene in Somalia. You know how it's all chaos. You have to be that charismatic. You can't be confident. I really think you can't be. Them inclusive, quiet people. You can't do that. I don't think this type of siyasa suits you. Then, my brothers and sisters, to be frank.
Absolutely, bro.
But then again, with Hassan, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of people, like again, this first comment, like straight away, we didn't even start the stream, brother Ahmed Umar. He dropped a comment right here. And I've been hearing this rhetoric for a little while. Nico wa Tug, wa
indeed.
Sidan, wa Ankan, wa Sidan, wa Husame, wa Hudaif, to Fatah.
Like waxaa la rabaa inaa ogaano brother and anaga dowladnimaa rabnaa ma garatay brother. We don't anaga ma caabudayna qof individual ah. And waxaa waaye haddaa saa samaysid, that means you don't really want governance. You're choosing an individual over the state. Now,
Yeah.
Sheikh, and waxyaabo badan waa qaldameen dowladiisa hore, of course. And what made him good was the tenure of Farmajo's 5 years. To be frank, bro. يعني waxyaabo badan oo qaldan ayaa ka dhacay dowladda 5 sano soo dhaafay. Hadday ahaato in qalbi dhagax incident, hadday ahaato ciidamada hadda Eritrea la geeyey oo la sheegayo. There's so many questions that need to be answered that we are not getting answers from. But from Hassan Sheikh, we get this energy where we know يعني energy waxaa dareemaysaa oo ah Hassan Sheikh dacwaa la dhihi karaa. Absolutely. No, it's not even transparency. Like Hassan Sheikh, you could tell Hassan Sheikh to stop, and he will stop, and he will listen. Van was that. Rather than Formaggio, he was more in close with his friends, his fellow group, individuals who actually, whether it's campaigners, whether it's the Qatari agents. How he gave priority over more than the public. For example, Dorshadan or Deisi, We all
Mhm.
know how it happened or shit. But
Mhm.
Havana did not. He set out a signal which we read, which said that he didn't want an election to happen.
Mhm.
Now that caused a conflict within his own camp, which was the prime
Yeah.
minister
Mhm.
that came against it. That said, "Hey, this is not possible. There has to
Mhm.
be an election." Before him, the prime minister was Hassan Ali Ghairi, who
Mhm.
resigned because Hassan Al Ghairi said that it seems that there is no election on the way, and I don't want to be part of this.
Okay.
يفهموا ازاي؟ أصل هيك على
Mhm.
الأقل. So
Mhm.
that gives you indications that nobody really wanted election to happen around Farmage's team or Farmage's camp.
Mhm.
So that caused a lot of suspicion. Or people still have memories of Siad Barre. People still have
Mhm.
memories of coups. People still have memories
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
dictatorship. يعني dadka weli oo jooga xilligaas weli waa nool yihiin. And those are
Ah.
the ones that are in power right now.
Mhm.
You fahmaysaa, brother?
Waan kula
Marka
socdaa.
marka madaxweyne Farmaajo wallahi runtii waxyaabo badan waa sameeyey. Waxyaabo qalad badan xataa way dhaceen. Dhalinyarada hadda oo baasaboorka Soomaaliya gubeyso, who
Mhm.
are burning the Somali flag and saying, "Hey, we
Mhm.
don't support Hassan." That's treason right there. You
That's
cannot
true.
burn the Somali flag. You cannot burn the
Mhm.
Somali passport. This
Mhm.
is this is what represents you.
Mhm.
What
That's
was that?
true. Waan kula
So,
socdaa.
so Mark, if we really want governance as a
But
people,
MTV, where did that animosity did he? Would you say that solely on Formaggio
misinformation. Bro,
misinformation? I love that.
bro, there was a mass misinformation campaign over the last 5 years. We all know that social media, dad badan
Mm,
aa laga caynayay,
mm,
madaxda hore aa la caynayay, former presidents were getting cursed. Anybody who came against Farmaajo was getting cursed on social media. So
mm,
that raised a whole youth who were from when Farmaajo got elected, they were 16 years old. Now they're all 21 years old. Most of them are
mhm,
in the police, most of them are in the military, most of
mm,
them يعني waxay galeen hay'adaha
mm,
dowladda ma fahamtay. So all they know
mhm,
is Farmaajo. They don't know nothing before that.
mhm.
You فاهم ازاي؟ So for them now, Hassan Sheikh is like an unknown. You فاهم ازاي؟ يعني the fear of the unknown about so. You know what I mean, brother? Hello.
Correct, you're correct. I hear that. The fear of the unknown, but the maddest thing is, G, Hassan was known and he's had a bad this is what I'm trying to say because one day, a couple of months ago, I think it was me and Brad Mohammed Norway, and we got a lot of stick, and I didn't even look into it. I just saw, Bergi Lidi Hablu EBA, Saudi Guhan Samay,
Bro,
Ainkan.
I wanna touch into that a little bit, bro.
Go
I
ahead,
wanna
my
touch
brother.
into that.
Because I'm
Brother,
a bit split on that one. Go
let
ahead,
me
my
let me
G.
all right, let me give you a little clarification. Bro, before the gabdihii la qoray ma aragtay. Gabdihii Soomaali inta Sacuudi aadaan iyo Imaaraadka iyo meelahaas, so they go and work as domestic servants. Ma fahamtay? They were going to those regions without any documentation. So that allowed for them to be abused, that allowed for them to be victimized, that allowed for them to be robbed, that also allowed for them to be killed. You find what's that? So what from sources that I have from inside the Hazashi government is that we legitimize these people, these young females. We give them papers, we give them halal documentation. They were protected. So what happened was that there was less cases of Somali girls who were being abused in other regions. يعني قبلها Ethiopian abuse على الجورة قبلها Kenyatic abuse على الجورة because they're not registered. You faham
Yes.
that? They're illegal. So that gives you a loophole to abuse that. But if
Mm-hmm.
your government registered you as a Somali speakers,
Mm-hmm.
you're a Somali citizen, you're going to Emirates to work, then that means you are legitimate and you have the government's aware of where you are and you can complain
Mm-hmm.
when something goes down. You find what's up, brother?
Yes.
Instead of being abused without no
Mm-hmm.
documentation. And that's what's happening to a lot of girls or Ethiopian. They're being thrown
Mm-hmm.
out of the balcony, they're being murdered, they're being burnt because they're not documented. Nobody cares about them.
That's
You
true.
faham what's up, bro? So we need to look at things on a positive side. We can't just say, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
he shipped."
And
Those girls
I,
went
I
there
wish
for
you were there.
legal ways.
Thank you. I wish you were there, my brother Maninti. Like near Mohammed Norway, because Mohammed Norway is actually, I think he's a big fan of this guy. And we were trying to say, well, the guy kind of he created a job market. You get where I'm
Legitimate
coming from?
wise, bro. They had papers. The
Yeah.
embassy knew who they were. The Saudi
Yeah.
embassy knows, or whatever country that they were going to knew who they were. So these females, they were documented. You faham? They had
Mm.
legal rights. Now, If anything happened to them, they can speak to Consulka, or they can speak to Safarat or Somalia, or they could complain because they have the papers to show them that they're here legally, working in the Emirates or working in Bahrain or whatever. You famous, brother.
Yeah, my brother.
Look at these young children who are saying, "Oh, Somali could be your brother." These are little boys and girls, bro, who do not, who are being paid to cause confusion, to cause
You're right.
guilt. You famous, bro. This is a
Because
campaign.
this, I know, because I'm not gonna lie to you, there's been a heavy, mad internet presence campaign, guys. The Linkton Brothers channel is right here, one of the best Somali channels. You know, all my fees that I used to get was this guy. You get my wallah, you go,
Mashallah.
wallah, I love your content. Please, my brothers, and I'm gonna leave it in the comment section and in the description box. Please go hit up Somali MTV News. This guy's the guy. MTV News is the one. But guys, okay,
Yes.
cool. I had this problem. I think
Alaikum.
Rodriguez. Alaikum assalam.
Uh,
Maxi, what do you think? You wanted to reply to the brother?
now, my brother, I wanted to ask him a question. He's a bit knowledgeable. Yeah, all right. You know, okay, let's not talk about the past here, where he thought I moved at. Let's talk about currently, the last few days since he's been the president of the Supreme, and especially today, Black Emirates where he is. So, Abu Tas, I think
Bro, thanks for the question, bro. And you know, lacagta Emiraadka waa lacag oo dollar by dollar, every single bill, the serial number has been registered. يعني سفارة أو إمارات لعقت مكان لغاية there's word that they contacted the Americans and said, hey, 13 million dollars ميا Somalia نالا قادتي للصعد عمل, and these are the numbers, the serial numbers. But in a way, for us as a Somali government, as a magac Somali, $13 million in wadan or Emiratka laga qaado oo loo celinin, that's xoogaa waa laga fiicaya. This is not our money, this is somebody else's money, brother. You fahmus dadkan lacagtan ayaga iskale, ayaga trace u tahay serial number, wax walba ayaga haysto. Marka lacagtan hadda anaga lahayn oo aan u celinay dadki iskale, I don't see what's wrong with that, bro. You know, you return someone's money. You're not a thief. You know what I mean, brother?
said he's got a serial number. Don't think that's true to be honest, because I'm not like I could put it with the one other look when I go back time they said it's for the mother of the Somalia, then they said it was for the TNF support, then they said it was for something else. So they never ever admitted what the money was for. I don't know where you got the information from. أنا هو حمق لك العقد وحلو يري ونسمع قلت شرعي بعد لو أمري كتير فيدي وين شرعي أو طالب محتوى حسب كده عام. They refused to do that, and they literally just pushed our prime minister or had to just give them a little statement saying that العقد واحد اللي. But to be honest, Emma don't care about them. It's petty change for them. Even if they get it back, they put it back to their country.
My bro, like I saw that galo. lacagta Emiraadka waa qalad, lacagta Qatar waa sax. Taasaa dadka fahmi waayeen, bro. Do you know what I mean? If we know, look, lacagta $9 million waa lacag la wada arkay oo loo wada jeedo. This money that we all see. But the money that Qataris are channeling to Somalia, nobody sees that, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's more money than the one that Emiratis ignore. Qatar is funding the whole Somali government, brother. They're funding our intelligence security. They are funding the Dawlad Somali campaign. Do you know what I mean? So Qatar is good and Emirates are bad. That's where people don't understand.
This is what I don't like when you raise an issue, you jump in for another thing, or no. Let's talk about this current issue. This is what our president did today. He gave his money back. No, and we know Dubai, they were given plenty of opportunities to try to get this money back without Shari wise. They never. They waited and waited and waited and waited. And when Roble became prime minister, they tried to ask him to make a statement saying that the money is going to be returned to Emirates. What Roble did that, but what he couldn't do was get the money from the Somalia. فاهمين؟ ما انت لكن يا واحد زي Emirates وحسن الشيخ. So I don't know where this حتى هذه لا محكمة دولة أدوسة أو حسوق أو مثلا إن سومالي قدمتها هاي وفرماجي دولة هورا قدمتها هاي وواحد قرتي لكن سكعني and no one's gonna address the issue and how the money came about and the reason why Somali withheld it and why Emirates refused to go to the international community دعوة ماشي حتى لو بس 20 كلام 20 كلام مسحوا آدي واين محكمة جبتوا أنا كلا صار كنتانو يا عيال that didn't happen. Well, let's not do this thing where Qatar is also giving the issue we have today is this is known واحد الأوجيا on all عطانا
lacagta ma la qaadanaa marka wadiisu
lacagta fiir dowladda Soomaaliya gacanta ku dhigtay lacagta Qatar gacanta lagu dhigay this lacagta Imaaraadka gacanta lagu dhigay waagi la qabanayna haddaa xasuustay ninka baarlamaanka lacagta loo waday waagi lacagta loo waday and within days after lacagta la qabtay he had to resign. Come on, he didn't have no money to pay off the other MPs and raise a motion in the parliament. So we know what exactly this money was for. So please, Abu Yala Squayarin, Ruto Kashevo, Adal name kind of he's just basically redoing all the things that Maman done wrong to Emirates. What can you say there?
bro lacagta hadda linka kusoo diraa oo ku xisaabsan lacagtii meeshii u socotay iyo dadkii loo waday I think haddaa ogtahay Soomaaliya xilligaas haddaa joogtay waxaa jiray ciidamo oo Imaaraadka ay tababaraysa oo Muqdisho xilligaas joogay marka lacagta ayagaa loo waday funding support iyo mushaarkood in lagu baxsho. That's what the news information we have. Any other thing other than that is a political campaign. It's a political campaign to put Qatar in the highest seat and then to put the Emiratis on the lower seat. This is the conflict that we need to understand. Waa wax dagaal ka dhaxeeya Qatar iyo Emiraadka. Madaxweynaheena shalay wuxuu yiri anaga dhaxaala ka dhacday. We middle guys. 2-3 weeks later, he ends up joining the Qatari camp. And then what is the Qataris advice? They advise him to take that money from the Emiratis. It's simple as that, brother. We could be around the bush or we can talk facts, bro.
Okay, let's talk facts. And when Saudi Arabia and Qatar had the issue, yeah, did our president say he's going to remain neutral in that issue?
Yes, he did. When Qatari or Emirati Somali government released a statement saying that we are neutral and we are not going to take sides on this issue. That lasted only for 3 weeks, bro.
No, Somalia never took sides. Somalia was given an email or statement that was given to Sudan, Egypt, and a few other countries that are alliance with Saudi Arabia, and they all gave statements. They all gave statements saying that we are with Saudi Arabia. But when Somalia refused to do so, all the issues started. Everything that Somalia have to do with Emirates Makassi Bilawati. So we know what khilaf between Somalia and Emirates. And it's to do with us not picking sides. Our government decided to remain neutral, and since then, that's the things that Emirates have been doing to us.
So what happened after we picked neutrality? And then what happened? Didn't the Somali government come closer relation with the Qataris? That's why if we're going to deny that, I don't know where this conversation is going, bro.
We already had a Hariri with Qatar and Turkey. Well, Qatar and Emirates were in Somalia. They used to work together. But after the conflict with Saudi Arabia, that's when Qatar and Emirates stopped working together. And now Qatar telling us, Emirates and Saudi telling us, get rid of Qatar and stay with us. No, I don't see that as fair. So we're going to dibkeen meesha ka bilaawday dibkii farmaajo lagu hayo meesha ka bilaawday maalintaas Emiraadka iyo Sacuudiga waa la kala baxay waa loo shaqeeyay xataa doorashadan inta lacag ku baxday Emiraadka u baxday inta lacag kuwan kale international community uga baxday. This was basically farmaajo against the international community and all the outsiders. And that's how I see it. But I didn't see an election, I saw a selection.
Why would you? Okay, cool. I get it. You saw an election. You said you see a selection or election. Why would you want to like? But now he's here. What do you think, though? Would you want to give him the benefit of the doubt? Do you think he's learned from what's going on?
I'm going to come back in 2 minutes here. And I'll lift up.
But walaalkii wuxuu dhahay is as an election. as a selection. It's true. This is a selection process, and all Somalis know that this is a selection process. But at the same time, Hassan Sheikh process will kuyimid. Sidoo kalena farmaajo waa ku yimid. Marka aniga waxaan laga rabaa we need to be balanced and we need to know what's going on in the political context. Dalka waxa ka socdo, dalka yaa joogo. You know, you have more experience if you're in the country more than when you're outside the country. And really and truly, I've been in Somalia for the last 5-6 years, bro. And I know what's going on. I have friends in the Farmajo camp. I have friends in the Hassan Sheikh camp. I have friends all over the spot. So when you get everybody's views, the best thing you can do is just take what's best and then that fits into your own thought. Marka, anaga haddii aan leenahay Hassan Sheikh Chancellor ma siinayo oo hadda 3 biri miya 4 biri oo xataa weli madaxtooyada oo u guurin. That shows you that, and you know, we're not really prejudice. Then we loving individuals.
Yes,
you know what I mean. I supported Farmajo yesterday as much as I support Hassan Sheikh today. I supported Farmajo before him, Hassan Sheikh. I supported Sheikh Sharif. This is a process, bro. Every 4 years, isbedel dhacayo oo in la ogolaado waa part of the dowladnimada. Haddii la diidayo waxay noqonaya marka in wax la qaso oo liscaayo iyo lisfoodeeyo, which is a bit too childish. Somalia does not have time to maaragtay in liscaayo iyo lisfoodeeyo iyo dadka lasa magac dili iyo. This is siyaasadda reer galbeedka waay. We don't need Western politics, bro. Anaga wada Islam anaani, we Somali, we have our own culture. Everybody knows everybody, and to further split the community up because of one individual. Xogaa waa laga fiican yahay, brother. فهمت abdi?
Well, look at but I think Brother Maxi he's had certain concerns. Do you think some of his concerns are actually and even on some of the chats, like what do you think about Mr. Sheikh? Sheikh over here, Al Shabab are a lot stronger now than when Hassan Sheikh Mohamud left office.
Absolutely. You know, Al Shabab had the attacking anywhere they want, in any way they want. There's a lot of intelligent individuals, intelligent officials that we know who were former and fighters of Arsenal. Marka, we know this, bro. 2-3 years ago, the chief of NISA, he allocated NISA individuals to the police. Police ko kudare. Adi 300 ciidamay ayuu police ku daray taliyina isugu daray. 300 waxay ahayn 300 ku soo goosatay qolada oo duurka hata ku jirto. Ma garatay? Marka what are we doing? We're recycling. Nimankii ayaa anaga recycle ku sameeyno. Anaga soo dhaweysane. Anaga hay'adaha amaanka gelinay. Hello, what do you expect? Of course, they're going to get stronger. You know, there's a lot of views that people have that who live in Mogadishu right now who will tell you, you know, before Hassan Sheikh's era, magaalada waa la kala socday, jidadka waa furnaayeen, meel walba waa la ka dhacay, wixii dhacayna ilaa hadda waa dhacayaan. Qarax walba waa dhacay, Hassan Sheikh's era waa dhacay, qaraxa ugu weynna wuxuu dhacay haddii runta laga hadlo Zobe oo madaxweyne Farmaajo oo joogay oo 1,000 qof ay ku dhimatay. Ma fahmaysaa? Marka in laga hadlo xumaanta waxaa roon in laga hadlo wixii wanaaga ah oo imaan doono ama wixii anaga ka tashan karno. Marka if we
the thing is MTV the thing is MTV I love the statements you're saying and I think this is the way forward, but with this guy Hassan Sheikh, there's this dark cloud behind him, which is he's part of the old, what can I say, the old guard, the old regime. Like his face was there, he's got certain doubts, and I think like this is where a lot of the Somali now they're kind of, because I think they're more disheartened. You know, when Farmajo got voted in and he came in, there was a lot more optimism. There was more, I don't see it this time with Hassan. Does that make sense?
Because
it's more shaky because of his past reputation. Do you think MTV that he looked back and said, you know what, I could have done things better? And I hope, truthfully, and I've relied wholeheartedly, I hope that's Hassan's new way of looking at things, like saying, you know what, the last 5 years, let me go back and let me try to implement changes. You gotta keep hopeful. What do you think, MTV?
That's our role, bro. That's the role of the shacabka. Shacabka la rayno sheegaan madaxdooda wixii khaldan iyo wixii la sixi kara, bro. But if we canaananeena madaxdeena, and you know, I don't know, dowladnimadeena halihii yaraahan oo ilaahayna sii, let's look after it, man. That's all we saying, bro. Nothing else, man. We got a little bit of governance. We
That's
got a
fine.
little bit of election or ongoing. Let's look after what little we have, bro.
I'm for you. I'm for you. Like I'm really like for me. I think one of the main things is stability, security, and I think like this president right now, Hassan, has to be the president that goes down in history for the first president to actually implement one voting system. What do you think? Do you think that's the next vote? I think that's what the people of Somalia need next.
That's what
Because
we have
right
to put
now,
pressure on.
till now, even Hassan himself, he's not an elected president. I don't really. He's a selective president, and I think this is the problem Somalia's having. I feel like Somalia needs a chance. Southern Somalia needs a chance to actually vote. And what do you guys think about one man, one voting system? Do you think that should be one of Indonesia's mandatory? Go ahead, Maxi. Go ahead.
What I wanted to say is Hassan Sheikh, I think he became president وقت that he didn't have that much power. Even his budget was so shit like compared to his budget, and the country wasn't fully functioning like this. Some of the market or وحيالات كتير كدولة مش غير So I kind of wanted him to come back as well. If anyone was going to come back, I prefer Hassan Sheikh because I thought حمو كبرت انتم بقى وحمو أركي انتم كماجم مزوينها وحيالة في ماجم سوكر دو أركي and one حتى قلادة هرو وصحي كراس ليه والله the first 24 hours me I just thought yeah I was a bit optimistic I'm not gonna lie. But then when I saw that statement from Biden and I just got a bit frustrated, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I thought that was a bad deal to my president that's not even been sworn in yet, and America's making decisions for us. That's when I started worried. And since then, step by step, he's just been doing things that it's been not pissing me off, but annoying me. Like for example, the Abu Dhabi thing. Wait till you get fully sworn in and try to address the issue with your parliament, with everyone involved in it. Because you lot crying, Hassan Sheikh was crying about it, and how like Mohamud is doing everything by himself. There's no consultation. But you just went and did that. Literally, without you even being sworn in yet. You just went and did something shocking. That now a lot of the Somali people are looking at him thinking, well, think I'm your man. والله هذا واحد ضد بدن أو رجع العين حشي شيء وكم بوزين صوت أو حياله كلها حاجة. So لا يعني نكمل. Fair enough. I prefer that he's the one that's going to make the one man vote.
What do you think about this comment here? MTV and someone put in here Instagram snake. I think. What do you think of this?
Read it out, Khalid. I'm driving.
Say one man, one vote prevents candidates from allegedly voting a fraud, and it's the most transparent system that we could deal with within Somalia because of our Kabila system. They say this brother, I think this brother or sister, I don't know who it is, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Again, them names. I give you the non-binary characters. Basically, this system is actually much better than one man, one voting system. The system that's in play right now, where a select few select who's going to be the president. What do you think about that, Max? And someone said, "Give me 3 reasons." I think this person said, "Give me 3 reasons why Hassan Sheikh will be better." I'm waiting. Why don't you give us 3 reasons why he might not be better? Why don't you give us the opposite? Vice versa. Hello?
Bro, if I can get in, wallahi, Runti, we all want one man, one vote, or one woman, one vote. This is something that Somalia lana rabto. Like in
he doesn't win. Hassan Sheikh, all the opposition, first state, all of them really and truly wanted the one man vote. They will have helped make that happen. But the thing is that we know there's current politicians in Somalia, they don't want a one man vote. The only person that can actually gain something from one man vote is Farmajo. Let's be honest with each other. Linkas, he's got the popular votes. He's got Somali left, right, center. He has
Bro, I think you're breaking up, bro. Is that just me?
at home everywhere screaming Farmajo, Farmajo, Farmajo. So I know who they want the one man vote to happen. It's the current politicians. And I think until we got the federal system to hold up the right veteran, not that's not like federalism, the importance of federalism would be settled in it. No, I don't know what our way is going to go.
Sorry, MTV. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. I can hear you, bro.
Hello?
Hi, brother. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, hello?
Hi, bro. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, MTV. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you perfect, bro.
Yeah, I can't hear you, my bro. I'm having so much technical difficulties. My laptop is, what's it called? I can't even hear you guys.
Okay,
A second. It's my laptop is just going haywire. Hello?
Okay. Me magle, bro. I can hear you, bro. Khalid.
Sorry, MTV, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, my brother. Ako magla. Me maglani.
Yeah, my bro. Bro, I had to, you know what it is? Laptop keep bariha man in it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We can hear you. Yes. Sorry about that. I think my boy's gonna come back here. Now,
But, yeah,
what
bro. Marka, I just want to make a quick point, bro, and that
go
is
ahead, my
that
bro.
as a Sheikh, Farmaje, Sheikh Sharif, all
Yeah.
these guys are not the future. We know that. This is all transitional period that we're in because, to be frank, and elected government by the people is what truly matters. All these things that we have in is all transitional period, and this is what I believe. This is not a real government, legitimate government chosen by the people. But we shouldn't allow Sharif or Hassan or their political careers or their political aspiration to divide the community. If you know what I mean, brother. These guys, they all have political ambitions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Marka.
Another the shameful thing is, if you chat to every other, now some of my uncles nowadays, I'll be like, yo, you was a security guard. I want to be a politician. Middle حاسس كده قضية والبا. And I think, do you think حبكة سياسة ومضينا بكحمتها is something that we don't know, we've not mastered? Where we use qabyalad, we use this bullshit where, Somali politics, it's one of the nastiest games in the world. You know that? Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, man.
Have you given me MTV?
Yeah, bro. Like at the same time, bro, like this, of course, this is not our future, but we had the حل لورا ما فهمت هذه. This is not حق, but we need حل ما فهمت هذه. Marka, the political, there's no had the fear example. All those youths in Mogadishu, I'm in Gorowe, I'm in Kismayo, I'm in Beitlaw, I'm in Beledweyne. Everybody is going through Jama'at al-Jibina, they graduate, and then the individuals straight away with Hekalan go to or they seek for a job for the governments without going through any training, any experience, any leadership skills, any nothing. Straight from Jama'at straight to Agasime. Do you know what I mean? So
because it's the only job market though. Like I said to a lot of people, let's say your family's entrepreneurs, it's straight dollar. And I feel like this is the mushkila that we're having right now. Big across the board, it's Djibouti, Somaliland, like across all of it. I keep seeing this.
Absolutely.
It made me think like, what is going on with that? Is it because we don't know this governance system? Hair Kenny law, it doesn't suit us. We're like fish out of ponds. But do you want to take a little? Should we take a little 5-minute break here? I've got this video that I wanted to play. This is Hassan Sheikh's first interview, and it was done a couple of days ago. And again, brothers and sisters, if y'all don't know, please, I'm gonna leave this brother's link to his channel. His channel's amazing. I used to get all my sources from your channel.
MashaAllah,
Wallah, every video you got the best videos. This brother, wallah, he breaks down news, everything from the Somali, everything. From all angles, non-biased. You get where I'm coming from. So his channel is right here. Let me plug it up for you while we watch this video. So guys, please, that's the link to his channel. Let's just watch this video. Yes, I got my... All I had to do is up... well, alhamdulillah, I'm back. All day I was stressed, you know that. One now. Okay, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. There you go.
madaxweyne xasan waa ku mahadsantahay inaad naga aqbashay waraysigan marka hore xilli adag oo wali aad ololo doorasho ku jirto maxaa u rabtaa in mar kale madaxweyne lagu doorto Soomaaliya
Falastiin aad iyo aad u mahadsan tahay aniga sida aad ogtahay ba 4 sano ayaan dalkan horay aan uga soo ahaa madaxweyne xilli oo transitionka u dhamaaday oo kilometers bay bilaabanaysa ayaa soo bilaabay howlo badan ay dowladda rasmi waayeen laakiin howl kastoo jirta transition ahay waxaan soo bilaabnay wax meelan soo gaarsiinay waxa ugu jirta raja'a meesha la gaarsiiyay wax musaabon wax ku dari kara oo khibradeeda leh waxaan xasuustaa oo ogahay 2012 meesha tagnay sidii aan ahayn caafimada iyo emotionski waxa ugu jira anoo wali markaasna aaminsanaa ninka Soomaaliga ah Soomaaliga ugu aqoon badan xaaladda Soomaaliya inaan ahay laakiin meesha markii la tago howlaha isku simaa marka hadda waxaan aad iyo aad aan rajaa u qabaa haddii aan talada dalka ku soo noqdo meesha uga tagay inaan wax dheer ku sii dari doono sidoo hore xawligan marka hore ku socon xawli kale ku socon karno
4 sano markaad soo joogtay waxyaabo badan ku soo maray maxaa isleedahay waa aad ka baratay oo 4 sano soo socda aad ku dabaqaysaa maxaa isleedahay horay waa ku soo mareen kuma celin doontid 4 sano soo socda
dadka Soomaalida ah dhaawacyo badan oo qalbiga ah ay qabaan maaha kuwa oo daaraha duusan iyo dadka dhintay iyo kuwa dhaawaca bismaan qalbiga ay dhaawac ka qabaan xukun qaab daran ay soo arkeen kuwana waaweyn xukunkii hore oo diktatoriyada ah ayaan xasuusanaa kuwana dhalinyaradaana sanadihii lasoo dhaafay qaxi iyo carabkii iyo adeeg la-aantii soo arkeen marka waxaan isleeyahay dadka soomaaliyeed waxa wax ugu fiican oo aan bilownay kuna guulaysanay oo noo miro dhalay waxay ahayd dib u heshiisiinta iyo dhismaha hay-adaha dowladda dadku inay hay-ada dowladeed arkaan oo shaqaynayo wax weyn agtooda ka tahay marka waa bilownay waanay arkeen waanay ku qanacsan yihiin oo maanta hay-adihii aan samaynay jaamacadda ummadda soomaaliyeed dugsiyada sare macaahidii kulli dadka soo baxaa jooga caafimaadka sidoo kale marka waxaan isleenahay dadka horta waxa ugu fiican si waxaan dib u heshiisiinta waa aragnimo nooga soo baxday dib u heshiisiinta bulshada iyo dib u heshiisiinta siyaasadda dib u heshiisiinta bulshada waa wax local ah oo deegaan ku saabsan laakiin midda oo siyaasadda waa in dastuurka lagu heshiiyaa haddii dastuurka laga heshiiyo issueska oo jira oo taagan haddii lagu heshiiyo soomaaliya waxaa dhihi karaa dib u heshiisiin siyaasadeed ka dhacday marka dib u heshiisiintaas siyaasadeed iyo dib u heshiisiintaas bulyo iyo institutionska qaban lahaa waxa oo hayn lahaa oo wadi lahaa inaan dhisi karnaan aaminsanahay
arrimaha amniga waa caqabada ugu weyn ee dalka ka jirta meeshaan wax ka yar hal maylan u jiraa inta meesha aan deganahay intaas amniga ugu weyn waxa wadanka laga dhisaayo waa biro dhulka yaala waa ciidanka amisom socodka dadka oo xarniban welina qaraxyadii iyo waa ay jiraan dowladdaadii inkastoo maamul goboleedyada aad soo dhistay dhinacyada dib u dhiska lagu ammaana laakiin dhinaca amnigana meelaha lagaa dhaliilayo 4 sano ka mid ahayd maxaa ka qabanaysaa
falastiin wixii dee dadku wax kasta waa la dhihi karaa laakiin wuxuu in ay xaqaa'iq ku salaysan yihiin la rabaa aniga dalka markaan imiday amniga meeshuu joogay markaan ka tegay meeshuu joogo waa la garanaya riboor caalami ah oo security council ka soo baxay African Union ka soo baxay yaallo written qoran 80% dalka inaan degmooyinka shabaab haysta inaan dib uga soo celino waxaa kale oo qof walba xusuusan karaa dhaqdhaqaaqa ka jiray 2000 iyo bilowgii 2007 markaa dalka ka tagay jowharna waxaa lagu tagay baabuur markana waxaa lagu tagay baabuur iyo meelo kasii fogfogba maantana afgooy iyo balcadana baabuur lagu tegi karin marka amni waxaa intaas ka daran ciidamo aan dhisnayn oo aan qaabin
MTV, you there, my broski?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. Yeah.
Brilliant point. I love the interview. You know, I love to interview people. I love her skill sets. She asked some powerful questions. What do you think of what he's saying now? Let's take a little break. Let's analyze this video together.
Well, I know, and from what I get is that this guy is saying he needs another chance, or Kurisa Dolad. And waxyaabaha soo qabadkana koley waa ka helay all the things that he done, which are, that there are reports out there that say that 80% of magaalada Muqdisho in la xoreeyay waqtigiisa, which is true. We also seen magaalooyin Jamaame iyo Marka iyo Baydhabo iyo a lot of cities when Hassan Sheikh was in president were also liberated from nimankii oo nabadiidka ah. Marka waa waxyaabo tangible ah la taaban karo. Marka waxaa laga rabaa anaga Soomaalida haddaan nahay Somali, do we go through facts or do we go through what we want as a want yani hami oo anaga nagu jiro? Haddaan rabno inaan facts oo ku galno waxay noqonaya madaxweynaha degmooyinka oo soo xoreeyay waxyaabaha oo soo qabatay reportyada in step by step loo fiiriyo oo la dhaho okay, this guy magaalaan xoreeyay dalkaana meeshaan xoreeyay meeshaan oo ka bulshay nimanka nabadiidka ahaa. These are things that have reference that he just mentioned, that there are reports out there that indicate that he done major security improvements in the country. Marka, we have to go through what we have, which is these research and these reports. Marka, if I go back to Farmajo's government was more challenging political oppositions, brother. Let's be frank. We've seen political oppositions that were raided in Abdurrahman Shakur. We've seen Hassan Sheikh and Sheikh Sharif, the same individual that he is giving power to today in Madaxtooyada and Manta Slafadiye is the same man that Farmaajo attacked 2, 3, 4 last year in Hotel Maida in Mogadishu, where Sharif and Hassan were both resided in. Marka, we need to ask ourselves, do we go through by what people have done or do we go through by imagination? And that's all I'm saying, bro.
I hear you, and that's a brilliant statement what you said. But do you think why a lot of... Sorry, I'm muting myself. I wanted to switch off the camera. Do you think the problem is a lot like you with you MTV? You're on ground. You're on the ground. You're ground floor. You've been there for a couple of years. You've seen what's going on. You not in the Makasha came so a lot of the diaspora they're going through false information. A lot of the people even we speak to haven't been back home. They ain't been on the ground. Does that make sense? My legend back in the building, Ilmi, another brother that's in Mogadishu right now that could actually speak. That's another brother that I love, Ilmi. Please come up, please, Ilmi. You know what time it is. We need you on this one. And do you think this is the problem? A lot of people just going through he say, she said, instead of being on ground and seeing what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Ninja Alessi wa mahano, bro. It's Ninja Alessi. It's also qabyaalad oo ku jiri kartaa. There's a lot of things that matter or that ku dheeli. But to be honest, bro, and since to be honest, the last 4 or 5 years, maalintii election oo Hassan Sheikh la doortay, bro, I was in Mogadishu. Dadkii neef baa kusoo foqday. Yani we all felt like, God, now we can talk. You know what I mean? Now we can discuss political views on public. Now we don't need to be worried about if there's Nebusugut or Nadegesiniso. Now we don't need to be worried about whether we're going to be killed if we go around the next corner. People could not discuss the political views freely when Malahwin Farmajo was there. This is a fact that the people on the ground will tell you, brother.
Thank you. You've touched on something beautiful. You've touched on something beautiful, my brother. Why was that? Why? Let's break that down. What you just said right now.
It was the root.
Underneath for the marshal's watch here. Why were people not free? Why do people? You're describing Unukaba 10 to me right now.
Absolutely, bro.
Sheikh, what was going on the ground? Because I want to know. Even Ilmi saying, Ilmi's another guy from Holland. He's been there. He knows the ground. He knows. Because you know what? There's two type of people, MTV. I say this. There's the diaspora that have never been back home. Some people just online 24/7 giving their opinions without being on the ground. This is why I respect you and brother Ilmi. You guys are on ground right now. You're there. So you're telling me in the last couple of years on the cover 10, the people went, they couldn't politically express themselves. Is that what you're trying to explain to me right now?
It was too dangerous to politically express itself, brother.
Why? Why? Explain that. Underneath for the marches, why? Explain that.
Waxaa dhacday because waxaa samaysmay saraakiil oo ka amar qaadanayaan farmaajo kaliya iyo dadkiis ag joogo, which is hadda fiiri ciidamadan tirada badan la sameeyey xaram cad, hebel bood, all these things. This is illegal. These are illegal functions, bro. We have the police, we have the military, we have the Aslupta. That's all we have. Those are the three institutions that are backbone of our security infrastructure. We don't need Haram Ad, we don't need Hebelo, we don't need these are jabhads, my brother. If I was out. Because because they're not taking orders from the military general, they're not taking orders from the police general, they're not taking orders from whoever. They're taking orders from the people who Osimi.
Brother, I think, brother, I hear you. Brother Rodriguez is saying that's a lie. Farmajo had the most opposite. What do you think? He's trying to pull you up, but he's gonna come back. Hopefully, Rodriguez, we want you to come back, explain what you mean. What do you disagree with MTV? Because, like I say, brother Ilmi and MTV, they're on the ground. They know they've been there. They've been in the field for the last 5 years. So I want him to come back. But what do you think? Why do you think he's saying you're lying?
Because it's pretty obvious that
he's a Farmajo fanboy. We all know he's I'll let you know. We all know Rodriguez is a one in Habigirido Gulmudut again. Big brother. I've known him for nearly 20 years, but he's a one in Farmajo's son. His own family will call him that. One in Farmajo's son, yeah. And a lot of people with Farmajo's son. But you said something brilliant, and I don't think this is really reflection. No one said this. I ain't heard this. Like, on the ground, people weren't political. There he is. He's back again. Marshall is back again. So he can elaborate. Yo, brother, when you said this, Rodriguez, I want to know when you said this. I want to hear this. How
Okay. We saw the amount of opposition Farmajo had. We had the whole country getting shaken. We had the military defecting. We had the armed to come to kick off the rally. And this guy telling me that Farmajo Farmaajo dadku wuu cabiidiyey waxaas. Bro, this is the only president I've seen that had so much opposition, left, right, center. He had opposition that was saying, "Wah, tuma wallahi wa tuma." You don't know that, bro. I don't know where you got that from. That Farmaajo dadku cabiidiyey. With Farmaajo, everyone was a mu'arad. Let me tell you that for now. Everyone.
Bro, what caused the معارضة يا مركب?
There wasn't mu'arad the first 3 years. Imagine the mu'arad came the last 2 years. Because this guy, what the things that he was doing for the first 2 years in his presidency, was trying to, centralize the power of the central government, get the parliament to start working, get some, even though I saw that, I scholars but I thought it was something that was essential, like you put in federal member leaders that can work with him instead of working against him. So 3 years down the line, a lot of the current political elites realized if this guy carries on this way, meel lagu soo laabto male, wadankan hore u soconaya, anaka musuq maasuqa wadna iyo briefcase ministeryaasha oo sheekada ku jiri jiray ugu dhamo. So when you look at the current political elites here, they don't want saada lagu joogo in laga tago. They don't want one man vote. They don't want market and civil system. Hayaasha dowladda, everything that the government has working. They just want to carry on the same way they used to be. But what I don't understand is that you said that, Farmaajo dadka cabsi ku jireen, but aragay, Saadax John inta booliiska haysta waay, he defected. There's so many.
But bro, what caused the defection, bro? We have to know what was the problem. What caused the defection? The defection was caused because he did not want to hold elections, bro. That's why they were
That's the rumor that they were putting on. Because if you remember carefully, September 17, heshiiska, logo on that. Who was the two people? Because of them two people that we couldn't go ahead with the election. And then he didn't even have a reason to refuse the September 17 agreement. He just said, Madam Nikan or Nindarod Ilayah. So there's a lot of qalada oo Farmaajo laga galay, like wax laga fiirsanayo ma jirto. Qof walba wuxuu ka fakarayaa mataqaanaa ninka alxamdulillah waa saaray. Maanta ninkii oo lagu bedelana howshu si u bilaawo waa aragnay. Let's be honest with each other,
Abo, bro, you making good points, bro, mashallah. But brother, you also pointed at yourself. Farmaajo tried to centralize the government. What they can centralize? What they can federalism? Farmaajo swore in as a federal state, not as a central government. If you want to do central government, you do that to your own house. This is the agreement you came on. You agreed that your iPhone is black. You can't come up with a white iPhone. It doesn't make sense, bro. And this is what he done. What they was centralism, and also number two, another thing to point out, the point that you said, Mohamud Gawalada, that I said, okay, Mohamud Gawalada, habad that who can, brother. Habad ayo that who can. We know that in Southwest State, what happened. We know what happened in Galmudug. Absolutely, we know what happened in Ghetto. The sanctions that he done on Jubaland, on Ghetto, where medicines could not even go to Jubaland. Marka, brother, and if that's right to you, then to the majority, that's wrong, bro. Wadankan heshiisa lagu socdaa, wadanka dagaalo ku jiro wadanka, waxaa la rabaa dadka laisku keeno, dadka laisku soo dhaweeyo, dadka oo farxad laisku wada sheego, barada saana ka qaldan, barada saana saxeena, barada saana sameena, like xabad iyo ban iyo propaganda hadaa la timaadid. Somalis are very clever. They'll find out just like that, bro. And that's what happened to Farmaajo, unfortunately.
Number 3, aniga ma ku dhihin maafkan Farmaajo wuxuu rabay inuu guduriyo federal system. Farmaajo wuxuu rabay federal system inay sii shaqeyso, laakiin in la iska dambeeyo oo la shaqeyn karo. And the thing is, sida lagu sheegaya, meel gaar buu ahaa. Sheikh Sharif waqtigiisa wuu dhamaaday inuu xataa xoogaa waxay review ku suubay constitutionka oo laga bedelo. Hasa Sheikh waqtigiisa dhan muusa taaban xataa constitutionka. لكن حتى شغل نقرب federal system مرة بعطينا اللي قبحه. لكن Somalia we're not supposed to be on a federal system forever. Rather, we need to have a central government. We need to have hal دولة أو أود داسلة ولا قد بشقينين وصل الشقين كلام. That's
good point, bro.
I don't want this 4.5 system وحوالي واحد من الجاري 4.5 federal system من الجاري لكن ذاتك هذا political elite كجوا مثلا إن نقصي وضعنا ربان. So this is the only way they can come into power.
Okay, my two brothers Go ahead.
One quick question is that of all the current political elites here, yaa taqaana maanta iyo oo one man vote lagu dooranayo oo ka ahayn farmaajo oo ku guuleysanaya xataa haddii la fiiriyo.
That's your point of view, bro.
But that's the
Wallah,
reality.
wallah, that's your point of view, bro. Because if you ask the other side of the town, they say, "Farmajo Willie on I said, Marka, it's who you talk to. That's what the answer you get, bro. And I think that's everywhere. Is if you talk to Trump supporters, they'll tell you that Trump was the man. If you speak to Biden supporters, they'll tell you that Biden's the man. Same way with Farmajo. Farmajo supporters will tell you he will be voted in. Hassan supporters will tell you the same. Abdurrahman Abshiko the same. It's everybody. It's who you speak to, my brother. Technically, and central government or federalism like and brother, I was like you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hated federalism. I did not know what the hell federalism was and where it came from. Like when I studied federalism, brother, there's a lot of good points about federalism. Let me tell you why. dagaalka Soomaaliyeed wuxuu ku dhacay waxay ahayd xamar ayaa wax walba laga sameynay. فاهموسا حمرا واحد laga talinay. If you want to go a passport, you have to go to Mogadishu. If you want to get a driver license, you have to go to Mogadishu. If you want to go to university, you have to go to Mogadishu. That's not fair. So federalism على السمي وحلو السمي, you get your passport from your district where you are. You study where you are. If you want to come to the travel to Mogadishu, come to Mogadishu. لكن ودنك دن ayaa lacagta la wada qaybina, not only in Mogadishu. And I'm telling you, wallahi, federalism, I thought it was fucked up, but sorry for my language, bro. But
No, go on. No, but adults, it's adults.
But like in federalism is touching the district level. It's touching the small communities, the small towns that are far away from Mogadishu. Instead of paying cash, taking a flight, and just to get a passport, you get your passport from your post office in your small town, bro. That's what federalism is, and that's what we need to do. Awareness can be
no, but brother, if federalism was fair and it was spread out like this was a dream, I don't think us won't got in the hand. That's another point, MTV. Just how you describe what you're saying,
yeah, and
it would be beautiful.
Okay, let me jump in as well. And the federalism, the reason why federalism lost me for Somalia and Somaliland, all this other stuff came from the back. Poland, Jubaland, Heberland, Wuhuland. These all came back from the back. But the main idea for federalism was to bring two states, which is Somalia and Somaliland, to try to bridge the gap, to share the wealth of the government, to share the wealth of the economy.
What was one of the main reasons Oslo ungotten wasn't because one of them was because one of the delay, but one of them was Unokabaten. There was no houses built in the north, no other region was not built,
no jobs,
and a lot of people again, and no jobs, and a lot of people got frustrated about that. And I feel like what brother said right now, NTV Somali channel again. Please plug up. This guy's got the best videos. We need to pump this brother up. We need to work on this brother's channel. Like with me for the last 2 years, I've been streaming these videos. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put his channel up now as well, and it's gonna be in the. But what do you think, Maxi? The brother he's spitting facts.
Well, I couldn't wait to speak. Well, I had the theory. The guy mentioned, mashallah, some good points here, which is better points than what I've been hearing from the opposition. The reason why we should keep the federal system in 4.5. And the reason that I kept mentioning to me and I kept hearing for a while was to do with Dawlad Siyadare, your Hasuqi, your Debatini Nubiste, yeah? And that's fear mongering us Somalis to stay with the federal system. They're telling us any other power given to the central government is going to be abused. This is the thing they were saying about Farmajo as well. They're saying that Farmajo is going to try to extend what he said, he's going to try to become a dictator.
What was the me? What's the man? Sorry to interrupt.
that's what I learned. Half much to Somali was supposed to be covered. We got, and then the Dula de Siabre, the Dula de Manchito, Mulas Berbe Karo. It's got nothing to do with each other. Two totally different governments. One was a military coup, military rule. They didn't have no marking legislation branches or like had the kind of. So for us to be told that our federalism is to stay from يعني قف من from the central power مدعوين حتى على أبسط قف مدعوين النقطة يعني the reason why federal system is there is to curb and keep an eye the president of Somalia, the central government.
Absolutely, thank you.
Bullshit. I think to me it's bullshit. The way I see, you can have governors, you can have people, the regions as leaders. They can have votes. They can be in parliament. They can be, all these things. That there's ways to do around it. But to give same power to the president and the federal member state president, I see that as like well, downhill. I can't see nothing working together. I can see only division well, from that. And the other thing is that you said maxaa tiri sababta waxay ahayd oo baasaboorada waxaa laga soo doonin jiray muqdisho iyo waxa Brother, we got the opportunity now to change all that. waxaas dhan waan suubin karnaa hadda boosaaso waa aragtay Puntland they had a one man vote but then they didn't have no help from the central government. There's things that we can do as federal member states here for ourselves here. That we're going to be connected to the government as well. All this official documents that marka loo baahan yahay waa laga suubin karaa gobol kasta saldhigaa loo suubin karaa meel kasta. But to say that that's the reason why we should keep federal system. We've seen what federal system done to us. Look at the conflict now. Before remember Hassan Sheikh madaxweynaha Hassan Sheikh waqtigiisa waa xasuustaa maxay suubin jiray madaxweynaha Puntland maxay suubin jiray madaxweynaha Jubaland. Every single one of them will go and meet foreign countries leaders and do their own thing. There was no Caladan base, there was no chain of command, there was just muscle. Ethiopia was taking advantage of that, and then even during Farmajo's time, Ahmed was taking advantage of that with Kenya. Imagine you're going to work with a country that is having issues with your central government power. You know, there's certain things that I see as treasonous and architecture waxyaalo badan. Marka aniga federal systemka waxaan u arkaa wax oo detrimental to us in the long run. We need to, especially this leader now, there's two things I want from Hassan Sheikh, to be honest, aniga, review the constitution, set up the woman vote, and give us a dead waqti or federal members come out حتى أود اللي جاي يرانا أما حتى واحد هشيش سكوت إمارة أنت سلفوا 60 أذنك. So I remember Ahmed Madobe was one of my favorite federal member leaders back in the days. I'm not gonna lie. So after he used to be upset about the title of Madaxweynes. But he ended up becoming the worst to me anyway. وعلى كل حال عليه
أيوة حسن شيخ.
No. Ahmed Madobe, he used to say years ago, I can't remember if my brother remembers as well. He used to say, what's this title? مدحويني مدحويني علينا I wasn't you know that. You know, because everyone was still a president of Puntland, president of Jubaland, president of Delmudi. And he used to speak about that. He used to say that that's right, we should be called governors or other titles.
Yeah, absolutely. Wallah, bro. You made a lot of sense, bro. Mashallah. And like you said, bro, and this is where Hassan Sheikh needs to learn from Farmajo. This is where Hassan Sheikh needs to say, hey, and shalay khaladaadka dhacwaa and madaxweynaha xataa Farmajo waxyaabaha uu soo kordhiyay waxay tahay in dowladda federaalka yani awood badan ay ka leedahay maamul gobolada. Like you said, this is a process that we are learning. Federalism, we only had federalism for 10 years, I think, into the max. 2012, ayaa helnay federal government. So we are still in a learning process. And for Hassan Sheikh to improve, he has to learn from Farmajo, which is to take the authority, to be the authority of the federal states. So we need to see this as a climbing up ladder, bro. And from the previous government. And one thing that you mentioned as well was the part where federalism, Bosaso, this is what federalism did, bro. Federalism has allowed for Bosaso to grow, Garad or Hadda to grow. Hobyo is about to get a port. Barawa is also expected to get a port. Mogadishu already has a port. Kismaya is a port. And this is what federalism is. It's waxyaabaha oo horumarinayo deegaanaha hoos touching the community level. And if we go back to maamul gobolada, and one of the reasons why federal states were built was that each federal state must have access to a port. For example, and waxaa la rabo in laisku daro Banaadir and Shabeelle hoose. But President Hassan Sheikh said that can't be possible. Shabeelle Hose, which is Lower Shabeelle, has to join Koonfur Galbeed, which is Southwest State, in order for Southwest State to have access to a port. Marka, that pissed off a lot of people within Hassan Sheikh's clan. And Hassan Sheikh did not fall for the clan agenda. He said, no, we need to be fair. And these people, Southwest State does not have a port, so they need access to a port. We need to learn from each other, bro. And I think the most dangerous thing right now we need to worry about is that, dhalinyaradan oo soo korayso oo baaraha bulshada that using social media, and we need to raise awareness that this country does not belong to Hassan Sheikh, it does not belong to Farmaajo, this belongs to us. Okay, let's not allow these guys to split us up. And that's one thing that I can recommend, bro.
I recommend that, but go ahead, Maxi.
ما في منه ما في منه ما لسه
Okay, ما قالوا وجرا.
Okay, theory waxaan ku weydiin aniga hadda theory there's a bone I wanted to pick with Hassan Sheikh, yeah. For example, aniga I'm from Gelmudug. When you just mentioned that dekada Saso, then you mentioned the second dekada in Bosaso. Walaa ana dareema mar kasta sababta ah dekada weligay rabay inaan la dhiso gobolkayga oo u baahan yihiin fahmino for a long time, and they've been either trying to raise money themselves for years. I don't know, things is not working out for them to do. Waxaan kale ka xanaaqo waxaan when you say this federal member state, the federalism sometimes it's not fair. You get one federal member state that's taking more than the other. You know, like for example, during Hassan Sheikh and Sheikh Sharif time, my state was neglected. The state, it wasn't even been acknowledged, and there used to be a lot you know, literally قبل النسبة هذه النسبة you know, there's no recognition whatsoever. And then what happened was Hassan Sheikh was coming to the end of his term, so he put Abdulkarim Gulen as the president, who's also the Mujadid at the marka waxaas oo wuxuu isu biyay obviously inuu doorsho gacan ka helo oo ma fahmino anitaas waa ka xumaa waana ku faraxsanaa marka wax soo laaban way Hassan Sheikh sababta ah he left me for 3 years when he was trying to build another state in Nadir sababta because the election was coming up. He should have concentrated on Gelmudug, trying to bring us on board, trying to أعتقد عنه لها من ولكن حتى لكن ولا ما كان حصل. And today I'm hearing obviously the كده اللي بعد على قد الشيء بحالة Poland. Yeah, there's not even discussion. طب ده كده يقول ما لستنا يعني مش قصة كان إنكروا ملأ ونوع ما إنكروا اللي كروا نيو اللي يستوى. في هذا جبلا يسقط محلها يعني تكديه. Gelmudug, the way I see it, is the most inclusive state in the whole of Somalia.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I just see that as heartless for this state that is being negated like that. Even look, and Somalia, you the good region into that. Nizam Dulid,
Rodriguez, MTV, hold up the stream. I'll come back in 5 minutes, man. A little break here.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Some hotel, like they say, doing all like they say, things are looking very upwards for them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm shocked that this is a theory. مدحوينه وهوية أنا صومرين الشيخ شريف في حسن الشيخ. And قبل كده ما وهوية وبدناين العطاء ما اسمه ما لا عاوني.
Abu, yeah, but brother, you made a good point, bro. MashaAllah. And I think that that day is يعني why or ما من قبل أو كل مدلو دي سلا. The president of the Federal Republic is the president of the Federal Republic. This is the job of the federal state government. Okay, Abdulkarim Gulen, they say and he flopped. He got replaced. Qorqor has been here for I think 4 years now. Mia Ukudawad, 3 years Mia, and there has hardly been any improvement. Actually, Galmudug has gotten worse. I was in Galmudug State 3 years ago where I was doing a survey and we drove from yeah, brother.
Before Qorqor
half back sorry Sufyan.
That's the only one that, in my opinion, that done a lot because Juaniki can also do that.
Absolutely. Technically, and when you talk about federal system, Somalia, that we don't have an internal mahaysan mugtai. Somalia is a state that relies on foreign aid. Let's put that frank. Let's put that out of the way. Technically, yesterday, lacagta oo hay'adaha markay yimaadaan waxaa loo qaybi jiray 3 qaybood, brother, oo ah Somaliland qaybteeda qaadane, Puntland qaybteeda qaadane, South Central State qayb baa la wada siinay. That's what the rule was. That's how the money used to be split. But when the federalism came, it got to a point where, hey, Puntland and Walalehan and Somaliland, South Central State, there's a lot of people that live in South Central State, and they have federal states. Now, marka Koonfur Galbeed la dhisay, Jubbaland la dhisay, Banaadir, Hirshabelle la dhisay, oo xataa lagu daray Koonfur Galbeed and Galmudug. Now the monies are all allocated 50 by 50%. Everybody's getting their own cut. Before, waxaa lagu heli jiray Puntland qayb la siinaa, qayb waxaa la siinaa Somaliland, qaybna waxaa la sii jiray South Central Somalia oo dhan la isku wada dari jiray. And that was unfair. Marka federalismka wadanka waa furfuray, and if we look at it from a positive way, brother, and okay, federalismka Somalia ma taqaano, at the same time, like Somalia dal oo waxaa ahayn boqortooyo, brother. Each region had their own king, each region had their own ugas, each region had their own nabadon, each region had their own malak. Marka that was already a federal process. Wasn't that already a federal process? That galaad u fiirino, one empire inta joogto, one empire xagga joogto, boqortooyo inta joogto, boqortooyo ajuuraan inta joogto, boqortooyo dhulbahante, boqortooyo meesha. I mean, if you look at it, that's the same shit as the federalism, from my point of view, bro. Marka federalism, yes, it can be bad, but also let's look at the positive. And let's see what we can work on, and let's see how we can fit it into our own Somali style without allowing Nika Adanka, no email, oh, this is how you do it, A, B, C, D. But we can say, no, we only want A, B, we'll skip C, and we will take D, and we won't take E. I think that's what we need to do as a Somali people, bro.
Inshallah, wallah.
Like in with the Hassan Sheikh, bro, there is a lot of corruption. There's a famous saying that one guy or that was close to Hassan Sheikh, and when Hassan Sheikh was president, when he was about to be kicked out by Farmajo, he spoke. I asked him about Hassan Sheikh. maxaa ka qaldanaa Hassan Sheikh? Wuxuu yidhi, Hassan Sheikh is waa nin fiican oo saaxiibo xun leh, which means ninka waa fiican yahay, laakiin saaxiibadiisi ayaa hoos ka shubinayo, yani asaa laga faa'iidaysanaya, if you know, if fahmi kartid. Marka
معارف وضع انت لسه شقيسه.
absolutely, waa dad waxaa soo baxay guryo dhistay, Hassan Sheikh's era oo guryo dhistay, or people knew who they were. They had no CV, they had no money, they were from a broke extended family from the Badia. Hassan Sheikh came, and as soon as Hassan Sheikh was the president, after 2-3 years, the same individual or Badia Kiyimid is building a 5-story building. Marka dada ka faa'iidaysanaya Hassan Sheikh. So I get back to the idea when the man, he told me, Hassan Sheikh waa nin fiican oo saaxiibo xun leh. Wallahi ani markaasa ku qancay, markaa fiiri, because ninka markuu hadlayo hadlo fiican ku hadlooya, markuu salaanta ku salaamayo, salaatu salaamu rasuulullah ku leeyahay, diintu islaamka kugu salaamoya, waa ku qancinoya, waa hadlooya, jaamacadu ka shaqeynay, professoro ahay, hadalka waa yaqaana compared to Farmaajo. If we comparison, let's be honest, Farmaajo hadalka ma aqooni, madaxweyne Farmaajo hadalka uma fiicnin, expressionkiisa kuma fiicnin, inuu dadka qanciyo kuma fiicnin. Madaxweynaha asoo ka hadlayo arrimo dhalinyaro asoo ku leeyahay waa dadka waa qaran dumis, hadal oo culus isticmaalaya, when you can use political diplomatic words, bro. You know what I mean? Marka, at the same time, well, I can't blame him too. Farmaajo, I can also blame his advisors. Saaxiibadiisi. Marka, that's kind of what that's wrong. Like
MTV, yes. I wanted to pick on that point that you said earlier. You said this early in the stream. You could hear it back. You said his entourage. You said the people around him, his entourage, were he didn't have the right entourage. Is that what you felt like Farmaajo during his tenure? Do you feel like
and Hassan Sheikh as well?
And Hassan Sheikh. But do you think Hassan Sheikh actually sat back? This is the advantage of being re-elected, reselected, as Mohamud Rodriguez says, reselected. Do you think the advantage he could sit back and learn from his mistakes? Because that's what I'm hoping for Hassan, really, truthfully. I feel like he could look at certain things and say, I could have done better.
We're not saying that Hassan Sheikh got re-elected because he looked at the mark. This is not that. This was basically all the opposition working together to get rid of Farmaajo. They didn't know who's going to be the next leader themselves. They were working on a plan Really, if you remember the election process, after sending Haminkia, Hassan Sheikh was getting low votes. The only time Hassan Sheikh got loads of votes is when him and Farmajo Saharen. There was a point here, Delhi came first, Farmajo came second. Hassan Sheikh and the rest came last, and Sheikh Sharif number 2, or the rest had a round. So don't get it twisted. Don't think that all this kind of political elite currently are all like, preferred Farmajo and preferred Hassan Sheikh over anyone else. It's just that it happened to be Farmajo that, and I mean, it happened to be Hassan Sheikh that ended up in the final with Farmajo. It could have been Delhi. It could have been Abdurrahman Al-Shakur. It could have been anyone, and all the votes would have gone to them instead of Farmajo. This was a targeted mission to get rid of Farmajo. وأصل الشيخ أداء الكلام when Sheikh Sharif got relegated there from the race here, صار الوقع we got video clips والوقع after corner all the Hawias, everyone screaming and whispering in his ear ويا وريقي يا الله ورا هديك المرة ما قرت كل حد الشيخ هذا كور never became president because of Sheikh Sharif. فقر بالله بكتبه. So he like قر لما دين الله عدان كل يكتب I'm not gonna forgive you. So there's a lot. This is why Hassan Sheikh's votes went up, and even Denny's votes went to Hassan Sheikh. Yani everything went to Hassan Sheikh, not just because they want Hassan Sheikh.
So are you trying to tell me right now, in layman's terms, for everyone in the audience that when Yashin are you trying to say they conspired against President Mr. Farmajo?
Are we got memory issues? Do you remember when Denny announced that he's running for the campaign? What was his slogan? Just to get rid of Farmajo. Just to get rid of Farmajo. All of them were saying that. Some of them were joining the race here. So if what can Melkas remember Abdul Karim Gulay was social and last minute, the day before the election, same thing with Dr. Abdul same thing with some other guys. All have quiz Sharahan. Because it was all a ploy, a plan to get rid of Farmajo. When ahead.
Yeah, bro. Well, of course, it's all to get rid of Farmajo because, brother, this is politics, and that's how politics is. Yesterday, and we can't only focus on today. We need to look at the patterns. Shally, and same thing happened. Shally, brother, you just told me real galmudug baa tahay. Marka, I think waa la socotaa context-ka. Doorashada 2016 and waxaa lagu soo galay barnaamij la leeyahay no more abgaal hadaa maqasho brother waxaa lagu heshiiyey wadanka in abgaal dhan madaxweyne laga dhigin 2016 dowladda Farmaajo. That meant a whole clan was victimized, but they kept their mouth shut. They said, all right, fair enough, we got defeated, no problem. Marka, it's the same thing, brothers. Shali Hassan Sheikh isku wada tagay si loo ridi lahay gaar ahaan xataa qabiilkiisa xataa la dhahay no more abgaal inay soo galaan oo xataa lagu sameeyo discrimination ma garatay marka adina waa ogtaa brother if you move the political context there was a huge campaign no more abgaal oo socday marka haddana Farmaajo in laisku wada tago this is part of politics bro and we can't forget what happened 4 years ago and say hey saas ma dhicin ama that was another context. This is politics. This is the game. You join the race, and while Taga to defeat you, same thing that happened to Hassan Sheikh or Luskowada Tagi, Fiqi, or the Prime Minister Akadiga, Adaba Abshukur, or Lotagi, or I'll make you Prime Minister, vote for me. Farmajo went to also other candidates and said, hey, vote for me, I'll make you Prime Minister. He told everybody, I'll make you Prime Minister. And what did they do? They all voted for him just to get that Prime Minister's job. And they done that through a program called No More Abgar. Marka, brother, we can't play good one term and play bad one term. The whole as Khalid said, siyasatu Somali ana ba qaldamo brother. Ma fahanta bash ana ba xaraan brother. Marka aniga waxaan rabaa inaan xaraan xalaal inaan ka dhalno. Impossible, bro. Impossible, bro.
What do you think, Rodriguez? You want to come back?
Yeah, 100%. You know what it is? Yeah? No one expects Farmajo to become the next president of Somalia. I mean, that time when Sheikh Sharif Ubudi, and nobody expected, and there was no campaign against Abgar. And
I Dr. Pinch, I'll send you the news articles as well. There was a campaign or no more Abgal or Kossu'ad. And anybody that's watching will also comment later on along the videos, inshallah.
Okay, but mainly, الوقت اصلا اساس ما ولا سكوك عسنين بقى يعني قبيل ما ولا سكوك عسنين waxay ahayd حصل شيء رئيس subsada دم جديد subsada is the first one to start off a party and he had a lot of people in his party he had a lot of politicians in there but Sheikh Sharif is the guy that let him down everything the reason why Hassan Sheikh never came back to president that time was Sharif gave the votes to Farmajo unexpectedly. You feel me? And no one expected Farmajo to become president. There wasn't a big campaign of, oh, we're going to make sure no Abdel becomes the president. So Sheikh Sharif had a chance. Wasn't it? Hassan Sheikh had a chance. Some of the other contenders or Abdel ahead. But that's how it was. But this current election, waxa aan ka aragnay recently, waa waxa aanan weligeena arkin. Runtaas ku sheegno. Weligeen maana arkin goobasho oo shamsi lagu qaadaya. Afarta koona laga soo gelaya. Badbaado qaran la isku bixinaya. Ra'iisul wasaaraha la keenay oo neutral iska dhigayay oo kadibna haddana ku fireeyay madaxweynihii waxyaalo badan baa la suubiyay been ayaa la isku sheegay
Yo, MTV, I made you mod in it, yeah? So what you do, just find, if you got that link, just post it in the chat. You can post it in the chat section. If you got the link, just copy the link, and now you're modding it, yeah? So anyone that wants to check what he's talking about. But what do you mean about no more Abigail campaign? This is the first time I heard about this. I'm like Maxi right now.
Well, brother, واحد جيرو واي. Anybody who's in Somalia, understanding the political context, understanding what happened in 2016, will tell you what this. There's a lot of news articles. All you got to do is just Google normal Abgal campaign, and you will find all the news articles. What happened حتى عبد الرحمن عبد الشكور when Farmajo got elected a year after, عبد الرحمن عبد الشكور and Fiqi actually went to Hassan Sheikh and apologized because there was rumors that they were the individuals that were behind this campaign, even though Abgal يهورجز walalo وكيهين مع قبيل كوين وهوية. مركب we can do, but I just provided links and so people can see that all you got to do is just write a normal Abgal campaign on Google and you will see a lot of articles and then you understand the context. Because Farmajo wuxuu kusoo galay barnaamij la leeyahay no more Abgal, taas waa la wada ogyahay. Anybody who was in election kala socotana waa fahmi kartaa, brother. Marka teeda kale sidoo kale Hassan Sheikh, the way he lost the other day, Farmajo lost today. Marka waxa waa siyaasad, brother. You lose, you win. I don't think we should complain about waa la khiyaane iyo siyaasaddan baa qiyaamo bro. The whole politics is about cheating, bro.
Appelay wallahi because was cut illiterate session waxa u dhaceen midaan anaga hadda aragnay all of us we know what we saw, even the outsiders, like some of the Khalid now outsider, he will tell you like Farmajo waa lagu goobtay waa shamsi waa lagu qaaday. Every single person that's been following Somali politics in the last 2 years, you will know that what Rob this would be. Abdurrahman Abshukur, Khairi, it's countless. Like there was even one single politician, that will say, "Yo, I need to hold on, I can go somewhere." Well, remember there was a coalition of Mu'arab. I've never seen a campaign like this ever in my life. Like to the extent where people that were running for president, none of them were talking about you know what it is? This was basically Farmajo against all of them. That's the race. The first one, second one, third one was Ben. So when حتى أنا بسكوش الصبح. حتى مركب ما حصلت موسى جيلي وقيلي وديه وحلو بري ويشين ولد حتى كم يشين كتير صوف لابتا يسوق لما حصل شيء شريف. Come sit down, let's carry on. So they're still there talking, arguing, and corrupting the other MPs and telling them, I think it sounds good. So come on, brother. Runtaas ku sheegno waxyaalaha jirto oo dhacay dadkeena ka dhaceen. Ninkan hadda dhinaca waxyaalo xun u suubiyay. The way we went about it to get rid of him was xaq daro, was wrong, was not the dawlad sharcinimo wax suubiyay oo waa qalad wallahi ani aaminsan.
waa qalad bro, waa sax, waa qalad, waa siyaasad waxa dhehaysanay waa loo banaan baxaya. Bro, wallahi, mashallah, you do have good understanding, but I think I don't know if you understood the campaign or 2016 or mu'aaradki isku wada tageen gacmaha isku wada qabsaday and they were protesting in Belgique Hassan.
Yeah, I wasn't
together. They were holding hands, in the Belgique Hassan, saying no more Hassan Sheikh, Tarsan, Hebelo, Abdelwili Gas, Hebelo, Formaggio. These guys were holding hands together, holding these pictures in Tajik Hassan in Bondere, where they were protesting and saying, we want elections, campaign kind of deal. They done a mu'ala unity. But brother, we shouldn't take politics as personal. Siyasat was siyasat, brother. This is dirty game. This is politics, bro. And teeda kalene mucaaradka oo shalay oo qaylinaya oo kusoo horjeeday farmaajo mucaaradki waa la weeraray brother xabadaa lagu dhufta brother xasan cali kheyraa ogtahay oo galay hormuud oo dhahay gaalamaa tihiin oo lagu xabadeynayo oo xabad lagu gamaayo brother they were protesting if you telling me if you're going to justify that was if you're going to find a justification for that then unfortunately bro because you cannot shoot protesting former former head of states, your former prime minister. But give me, brother. I didn't are you shooting people, man? And like we shooting by the mouth. Are you shooting by the barrel, bro? Using the entire security استعمالوسا سراكيش استعمالوسا باشا المليت brother باشا Somali askale هذا ياكو امر سي ان dadka mucaaradka xabad ku dhufatay ياكو امر سي حسن الشريف ugu dunaa xogta maayida ina weerar ku qaatid lix sax weynimo in a very sensitive political situation sanadka hore taariikh kale Mohamud Hussein Roble bala waa inuu duceeyo waa sax Mohamud Hussein
The brother's on point. The brother's on point.
Mohamud Hussein Roble, the prime minister, waa in loo duceeyo oo xataa taalo loo dhiso waa brother because Mohamud Hussein Roble done fantastic job. He done great job. He wadanka oo dagaalka dhici rabo ayuu joojiyey doorashada oo la diidanayo ayuu dhahay maya ma dhici karto doorasho waa inay dhacdo asoo loo hanjabayo asoo dil loo hanjabay asoo xataa warqad haweenwab loo soo dirayo wareegto oo dhehayso maxaa ku dhahayo the prime minister can't do this the prime minister can't do that. The president Farmajo the president decree, he even decreased the value of the president decree because he was sending a president decree every 2 weeks and nobody was listening to him. Marka, brother, we have to talk about reality, brother. Go ahead, bro.
Apparently, I have maqli jiray hamburger wuxuu soo diri jiray memos, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock at night time. The guy was a vampire.
Wareegto also back 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody's asleep. It's like, and if you really want to talk to your prime minister, this is the man you elected. This is the man you're not even elected. You selected this man to be your prime minister. All you gotta do is just go to his office. Somali لماذا استعمال ورهية محاضرة وركاشها سلعمله كال كافيه سلعمله بومكي حاول out. Let's eat. Let's talk. Let's casual. Let's see what's wrong. Brother, we Somalis, bro, man. We need to communicate. Like in هذا حوق يقرع عود أظن حوق يقرع على وضعه ما فهمت brother. That's what Somali had like عنده حتى الأربع شهور جواب يقول هذا ما
صح ما نيكا فيري ماشي الروبل اللي ورا مكو شيغا Farmajo he's using warqado wuxuu ku isticmaalay warqad I remember now from my own cousin who was role we had Roble and he was saying oyaasha habagidib naas u imaadeen oo Farmajo intuu u tagay la hadlayo ninka at least aslaha naas shaqeynaya yani so we can have different views but we need to work with each other we need to speak with each other Roble refused to take any calls so ninka telefoon kula hadlo inuu la xariiro uu ka diiday taas ana he said no I'm not going to speak to you I'm just going to carry on working against it so whatever Roble was doing wallahi أصلاً ما أنت درادس وحاسس شغالين إياه فاهم they need to put a statue for it
روبلها غير مية كاس غير مية يسلي مية قد مية
يا
أنا روبلها لا كان روبلها كانت ما تدك غير مية بس إن بارتي مية
رئيسها هو the prime minister
هذا
بس بعد قرن
هي أوكي إني يا ربنا والله نكون دور موقعي أرت نينكر هرت غير اللي ده وتشوف موقعي أنا كصومالي هان كان منوها وانين before هذا مدحوينا من برايم مينستر واحد صوت قال عدان يو شغين موقعي وعو شغين شيء عدان بتروليوم كومباني لو أعطني واحد نظر labaatan iyo wax sannadood ayuu shaqaynayay aku sheego kaadi walaalo please man let me just get this yeah dadkan firi dadkan waxay taageen hadda adduunyada gubanaysa shidaalkaas ka dhaafno electricity sameyno waliba electricity kala sameynayo anaka ya export ahaanana ati electricity ya export garanaya so waxa dibka jira waxa weeyaan cadaankan oo dadka gumeystay dad leeyay oo dadka silsilada galiyay markab saaray dadkii un waliba ya inta hadda waxa taagan democracy baa nahay dad fiican baa nahay laakiin afrikaanka waa la gumeysana wali waxa la ka dhigay adduunyada red cross iyo unicef iyo oxfam iyo waxaas boqolaal milyan dadka ka soo gurtaan sanadkii waxa la samaynayaa commercial maratay arkaysi dadka afrikaanka oo beeraha saas u galay oo caloosha saas u soo baxday maratay gaas ka buuxay oo gaajo loo dhimanayo adduunyada waxa ka dhaadhiciyeenba dadka afrikaanka gaajo u dhintaan qiimo ma laha aniga adiga oo diigeena afrikaan ah ya oo waalidkeena waxa dadkeena awooyaashina taariikhda garanayna anaga waxaan ognaa meel oo aad iyo aad u taajirsan yaa ka imaaneen mogtay aad lacag badan ka buuxdo before walaalo firi dad maaragtay weligaaya oo dahabkii kaa qaatay warqad ku siiyey inta warqad soo saareen adduunyada before this ya lacagtii adduunyada waxay dahab yaa laku gadanaya mogtay dadka waxay dhaheen haye dahabkiyaa ka soo gadanayna waraaqa sinayna ما مقلسي
we're gonna get recolonized
so that can city
أنا واقعاً أسكتي أي معلومة سوق بناقة جوكتا. But guys, what do you guys think about this video? We're just landing. It's 3 minutes long. Let's just have a quick look at it. Just landed on Universal TV. I just wanted to have a quick look at it, and it's the boy Roble.
محمد حسين روبله oo shir gudoomiye shirka golaha wasaare maxamed xuseen roble oo shir gudoomiye shirka golaha wasiirada ayaa ugu horeyn u hambaliyay madaxweynaha cusub ee Soomaaliya Hassan Sheikh Mohamud waxa uu shacbiga ka codsaday in lala shaqeeyo dawladda cusub ra'iisul wasaare roble ayaa u mahadceliyay madaxweynihii ay soo wada shaqeeyeen ee Maxamed Cabdullaahi Farmaajo wuxuuna hoosta ka xariiqay in mararka qaar ay kala aragti doonaan ka soo dhaxgashay arinta hormuudka ka ahaa ee doorashooyinka wuxuuna sheegay in shakhsiyan aysan jirin wax xumaan ah oo ka dhex ognaa isaga iyo Farmaajo
waxaan rabaa sidoo kale madaxweyne Maxamed Cabdullaahi Farmaajo maanta shacabka Soomaaliyeed u sheegaya wada shaqeyn fiican iyo walaaltinimo waan soo dhaxmartay bini aadana leeyahay waa ilkii carraba dad isugu dhaweys qaniinaan waana sheegay oo madaxweynaha aadan isugu shaqeynay laakiin dhibka Soomaaliya haysta waa sheegay waa milkiilaha Soomaaliya laakiin waa laga baxayaa milkiilaha waa laga baxayaa macna ma lahan laakiin wada shaqeyn inaan u mahadceliyaan rabaa si official ah aan u dhaho madaxweyne Maxamed Cabdullaahi Farmaajo wixii dhacay Cabdullaahi Axmed Salfi waa wada shaqeynay Soomaaliya meel wanaagsan aan soo gaarsiinay
ra'iisul wasaare Maxamed Xuseen Roble ayaa soo hadal qaaday arrimaha dakhliga dalka wuxuuna wasiirkiisa maaliyadda kula dardaarmay in arrimaha maaliyadda uu kala shaqeeyo madaxweynaha cusub ee dalka
runtiina waa doorasho adag qof kastoo aniga iga horeeyay oo horay dawladda uga tirsanaan wuxuu ii qiray inay doorashadan ay doorashadii ugu dhibka badneed oo doorasho dadban ah laakiin waxaan ku soo gaarnay doorashadii inay dalka doorasho nooga dhacdo marka la yiraahdo Soomaaliya oo doorashada ah ayaa naaqooda ka ahaa saan u soo wada dekadiyan ilaahay alxamdulillah dekadiyan keenay dad baa ka xumaaday oo markabkii markuu yimid ku caariyay waa run laakiin shacabka Soomaaliyeed danta guud laga fiirinaya markabkaas oo shacabka Soomaaliyeed ay saarnaayeen dekadii ayaan keenay waxaana ku xirnay ilaahay nasiib uga dhigay madaxweyne Hassan Sheikh Mohamud oo tareen dekada la taagnaa tareenkii wixii ku wareejiyay marka madaxweyne Hassan Sheikh Mohamud tareenkiisa oo sheegay basoo awal watay laakiin tareen uu ka soo dhigay sidoo noo sheegay tareenkii aniga dadka ku wareejiyay ilaahayna waxaan uga baryayaa tareenkaas uu wado inuu meel fiican Soomaaliya uu ku xiro oo station-ka ugu wanaagsan oo nabadda uu ku xiro oo doorasho toos ah oo qof iyo cod uu gaarsiiyo wasiirkan waa u sheegay madaxweynahan waa u sheegay in si cadaalad ah waxaan lagu nidaamiyo wasiirkan waa faray inuu madaxweynaha kala shaqeeyo sababtoo ah aniga waqtigii waa dhammaaday shacabka Soomaaliyeed waxaan rabaa shaatigii oo nadiif ah meeshan ka tago oo garaafo lahayn wasiir waa ku sheegay kala shaqeey madaxweynaha iyo tiimkiisa iyo ciduu ku idmay oo wasiirada qaar ay kamid yihiin si hufan looga shaqeeyo adaa ka mas'uul ah madaxweynahana kala shaqeey sababtoo ah iyaga ayaa lagu la xisaabtamaya oo ku aadan ra-iisul wasaaraha cusub oo imaanaya iyo madaxweynaha waqtigaas oo xajka la aadaya iyaga culays ugu badan ku dhacaysaa eedda ugu badan iyaga ku dhacaysaa sidaa darteed si sharaf ah oo nadiif ayaan rabaa inaa ugu wareejisid adduunyo gadaali u badan tahay marka wasiirka waxaan farayaa inuu hawshaas qabto sidoo kale waxaan rabaa in wasiirada qaarkood oo agaasimayaal aan iyaantu magacaabnay agaasimayaashaas sharci waaye inay shaqeeyaan sida ugu dhaqsiyaha badan hadday tahay wasaaradda shaqada iyo shaqaalaha wasaaradda ganacsiga hadday tahay wasaaradaha kale dhammaan waxaan leeyahay hawshaas ha la galo insha allah waxaan idin leeyahay horaha loo socdo dalka hore u soconaya
maxamed xuseen rooble ayaa hadallo dardaaran u badan u jeediyey
No, that's a statesman right there, brother. I don't know who finds that different.
Let me just.
No, sorry, you got bare background noise, man. Walk on. But carry on, like. What are you saying? That's a statesman. I want to get into this.
Bro, what? That's...
Let me go before my view, yeah, because my view, the thing that is, I know for a fact how the thing that he said is not true. Super also siyaasadda aan mugta ninkan waxa waaye madaxyar maqaanin haduu kugu xanaaqo ma kula hadli doono is that type of people. So now this prepared statement or whatever he's talking about ninka waa shaqeynaya waxa and at the same sentence this guy slight digs hoostu ka sii caynaya ninka sida ka xanaaqsanaya sheega hadana waxa rabaa inaan sheego ahoob inay maqlaysid moogtahay no ninka wuxuu qof oo systemkan cadaanka oo anaka faa'iido weligeed boqol sanadood from hadda faa'iido ma
walaalo sheeko madowga naga taaman adugno
oo dadkana been u sheega oo cadaanka inay saan noo galaan weligood inay noo galaan because waxa weeye kana arrimaha
Abti, I love you. I love this guy, but Sheikhadan Muhukuwasha, he's on these streams, you know, these Dokamado streams.
Bro, sorry, bro. Let me just jump in before I forget what my views. Yo, Nikan, brother, wallahi billahi tallahi.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask him to come back, man. Sheikhadan.
I was in Mogadishu last year, bro. Magaalada waxay gaartay xeer. أنا حتى had إلى هاد وجهه أنفعت. But last year we had a period where والله بالله طلع ومدة number sewing and everybody closed their bags, were ready to run away from the city. Everybody was ready to do that simply because the opposition were gaining more towards Village Somalia. Farmajo was not speaking to the public. Election time was certain. Parliament ko utayi or lihishi mursal or they done extension, an illegal extension. Marka, this guy, wallahi, I believe Mohamud Hussein Roble is everything what Farmajo wanted to be, brother. Nabadon, dadka sukana, qancina, dadka la hadli karo, faraxsan, tusbax wato, astaghfirullah. This is the people we know, bro. These are people. Tusbax gang is our people. This is our culture. This is our dakhan. This is our deen.
Tusbax gang. Tell them, talk to them.
Tusbax gang is our people. I would rather trust a tusbax brother than somebody who or dakhanka hata xogaa ka maqan af Somali dhibayo. Let's be honest, bro. Anaga Somali aan ma fahamtay. Mohamud Hussein Roble khayr Allah hasi, and I believe we should have a statue while he's alive. We should give him his flowers while he's alive, bro.
Hey, bro, Rodrigo, you've been anti-Roble. Don't be shy.
No, Roble came, done what he had to do, and left. He filled up his pockets. He even told you, look, I'm not coming to be a leader. And then again, the last few months of the seeing photos circulating of young Roble with Hassan Sheikh. And I'm thinking, how did I pass from Ajo? Like, you should have known that these people are connected. For you to give this guy
bro, like everybody's connected, bro. There's people me and my enemy. Otherwise, bro. That's what they do. They were not diaspora. They were in Somalia at that time, so they had to work together at that time. You know what I mean? But if you say you take a picture of
close, like literally close together. This people, like, there's not one picture, not two pictures. This man are having lunch together regularly. School money.
Bro. Somali, bro. What's wrong with that?
Young Roble is. And even Hassan Sheikh was young. I think it was
I think you got a phone call.
it's so yeah, me.
You cut off. You cut off for 1 second.
Oh, okay,
You're
yeah,
back on.
no, that was I'm saying these people have been connected for time. So wax kasta u suubiyey ma u subinin yani badbaado qaran. He didn't do nothing for the Somali people. What he did is put his brethren, his best friend back to
That's unfair, bro. That's
no, no, no.
unfair, bro.
Have to put it that way. Because you know
Wallahi, that's unfair, bro. Because
hal su'aal ku haya adiga.
أنا وعلى كلهم, bro. We met Roble as a youth.
Oh,
Let
cool.
me,
How did
we
Roble
met
come in?
Roble. Wow, we
Let's
met
go back to the
Roble.
prime minister position though. Was he not given a limited position just to do the doorashada? Yo, no, it's a good doorashada. Was that not
Why
only?
Alodi? Why Alodi? Why
That's
Alodi?
my
Because Formaggio failed
no,
on
no,
it, right? Let's
no, no,
bro.
no.
Let's switch to
You're not getting my
a
point though. My point is, yeah, Formaggio didn't give Roble a full prime minister position. He gave it to him a limited position, which was
That's not possible. That's unconstitutional. That's why that you can't say
although
limited
who agreed
prime
though?
minister.
He agreed though. But he agreed
For
though.
what? For limited
I
prime
mean,
minister.
well, okay, so up to Roble
There's no such thing as a limited prime minister, man, bro. I don't
no,
know where
there
you got
is.
that.
I beg you. No, will I go back on this one? Roble Lamusin in full authority of prime minister. Roble
That was the election. While Markey or the guy
بس بعد قرن معين حتى كان دجال كوتشي opposition كي الدولة دي ضحك عليه تماما. مركب واحد الشيء كلي prime minister to conduct the election and look after
when did that happen? When did that happen? Let's reach to a conclusion. Let's reach to a middle ground, bro. Taas waxay dhacday markii doorasho laga weeyay Farmaajo oo Soomaalida ay dhahday Farmaajo labadiisan ha ka noqdo. Marka when he went back on his 2 years, he went to the parliament and then he said, I give all the position and the election security to Mohamud Hussein Roble. Not this is what happened.
We agree on that.
But you telling me he held a temporary prime minister? There's no such thing as a temporary prime minister.
No. I'm not talking. I'm saying the powers that he was given here was to conduct the election and the election.
Because but whose job was that though? Whose job was that to do that? شغلة سكلها like.
هذا في قرار مقولة إنه وحكى لنا مثلا هذا وحكى مثلا.
Like bro, I just want to make a point. Who is in charge of the election security? Who's in charge of that? Farmaajo or Somali? No.
I think Mark Khairi Bahay, Khairi was prime minister, yeah? After Khairi left, those issues, then ninkan ala keenay Roble marka la keenay waxa loo keenay kaliya inuu soo afaar gelin cabinetka iyo waxyaalo kale kaliya ka
shaqeeyo macquul ma ahan bro
la soo raadi wala dad kale soo wareysan
bro that really
that's
macquul ma ahan really abo
okay marka inuu ceeriyo Fahad Yasin Koodi uu keenay wasiirka soddon milyan haysto waxaasna waxay ahayd unconstitution. He didn't have the power to do that. Even when he met with Kenya, intuu dowladda Kenya keenay Muqdisho uu la shiray uu siiyey contractor haddii u furay unconstitution as well. Sharciga u ogola ma jirto.
What contracts, bro? What contracts, bro? Which contracts are we talking about? Or u furay? At least tell me one.
When this guy met with Kenya and when he met with Uhuru Kenyatta.
With Kenya, what contracts was it?
dhaqaalaha iyo diyaaradaha iyo wixii Farmaajo ka xiray.
Farmaajo marka Farmaajo Kenya qaadku waa u diiday Ethiopia waa u ogolaaday. Brother, we are contradicting, bro, wallahi, because
even about my point I'm trying to make is here. We're going to have a new government. So the election law direct a problem. Even if Kenya is telling him, yo, come, all he has to say to them is that, wait, this government is on its way out, a new government is going to come, you're going to get fresh. You know what I'm saying? Contracts wahaba. Like in Martin Kenya, just for much, you know what has man current but bad this year. It's just like
Abu, walaalkii 3 weeks ago, Nairobi, and I didn't. I'm a British citizen, fact, but I didn't use my British passport. I used my Somali passport, brother. Before Roble Uhuru Kenyatta, if you applying for visa, although Kenya or Kadalbanese visa, you had to wait for at least 2-3 weeks. That was the process. When Roble came back, oo soo noqoyay oo maxamuusti oo diplomatiga ahayd inkasta oo dadkan leeyihiin suwar soo qaaday leeyihiin rooble is maxamuus buu xirayaa uhuru which is a bit silly to do because maxamuus in loo xiro waa dhaqan ninka doo ogaan dhaqan waa madax sare waaye this is diplomatic you gotta sell your diplomatic image ma fahamta marka now coming back to the process of the process of the visa is now 2-3 days bro. If you adapt to Kenya add over Somali passport 2-3 days أو هلسة فاهموس like markay formalities haysteen people had to wait for 2-3 weeks so imagine somebody that's ill that wants to go to Nairobi for hospital checkup and they had to wait 2-3 weeks in order to get a visa had a visa 2-3 days brother we need to look at danta dalka iyo dadka not danta siyaasiga oo meesha joogo madaxweyne farmaajo wuxuu heshiis la galay Ethiopia oo ah inuu sameeyo sheeko la leeyahay kushitig weyne ama Soomaali weyne soo naqaano kushitig weyne ay rabeen waa u shaqeey weyse ma fahamtay anaga markii adaa isweydiin Soomaaliyeena Kenya walaalaheen Ethiopia maxaa ku dhacay Kenya dad oo anaga oo hadaa fiirino yaa more interest no ah Kenya daad brother xushmad baa lagu siinaa ma fahamtay like Ethiopia daad waa lagu dili jiray sax waagi hore waa la wada ogyahay taas anaga Soomaali wiligeena baafis baa ka qabnay Ethiopia taada kale farmaajo kambeegiis muxuu soo galay ina Ethiopia xiriirka ka jarayo wixii shalay oo ku eeday jiray Hassan Sheikh unfortunately it's all come back to him bro it's like the guy hit the ball on the wall and he smacked him right in the face bro farmaajo asa isku diiday daruurta laga hadla brother.
Okay, I think Ethiopia, let me explain something about Ethiopia. Because a lot of you know, Ethiopia, same Ethiopian as Hawili. The Tigray, when they were in power, they had a aggressive foreign policy to us. On the back of the or what they came to Jibin or either. think حصل horta inaan jiray markasta waa gabar in Tigray ahaa oo waddanka ka hagaagi waayay
صح
wadaag la rabo waa dad markin oo hadda la shaqeyn karaan waa dad anaga u baahan la shaqeyno so that the Tigray don't come back to power even though I don't trust Oromos here, that can collect Ethiopian can not trust it. But currently, the current Ethiopian regime,
Ethiopia, bro, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm talking about the current regime here. They are allies to us. I haven't seen them do anything wrong. What Abiy Ahmed is doing, he's been trying to undo all the wrongs that the Tigrays have been doing for the last 20 years. Now, currently, my enemy,
Sorry, did he go mute? Did he go mute?
Buffer zone.
You are mute. Say that again. You said
mute?
currently my enemy. That's all we left.
Yeah.
You're mute.
Oh, sorry, Kenya is currently my enemy, basically.
Who?
Can you hear me now?
Who can hear you now?
Kenya,
Go repeat
Kenya
that
is
again.
my enemy, amigo. Kenya.
Why would you say that?
Enemy, amigo. Okay, Kenya tried to take my birthday there. Kenya is trying to make a buffer zone in Jubaland. Kenya has got very aggressive policy towards Somalia, divide and conquer. Kenya knows with Somalia standing in the two legs, the about to win at Kenya for business. Somalia is not so behind. Then I say Kenya, Okohai Mount economically was Somali. So me, I am so wary of Kenya that I wouldn't let any Kenyan get involved in Somali politics. You know what I'm saying? Even the other, what Farmajo did was there. Look at the madaxweynaha Kenya iyo faragelinta siyaasadeena ma fahmino asoo cadeen haysto guddigaas yaa fariistay oo committee chair ka noqday madaxweynaha Djibouti cadaalad la'aan wuxuu suubiyo wax lagu yiri oo qalad ma la Kenya anako oo qof walba og bini aadan kasta oo unug shala dhashay u gaxta in Kenya afaarayna soo farageliya markasta ma fahmino so hadaas waa laga axeeday anaka
abo Soomaaliya bro Soomaaliya qof walba qasuusan bro haday aad Kenya haday aad qaar ayagana waa isku wada mid and we can't differentiate I can't tell the difference ani ajnabi waa ajnabi taada kale kayatigan dad oo hadii laga hadlo ani cansuri mi racism mi wax xun mi sameey laakiin waxa ka hadlaynaa maskaxda aqliga gaalada ingiriis markay imaanayeen you know region by region dadkii waa qiimeeyeen ma fahamtay regionka ugu aqli badan regionka ugu the most intelligent regionka ugu furfuran regionka oo ugu dabaalsan anaga waxaan noqonay dadku ugu aqli badan Soomaalida waxaan ugu xigay Etoobiyaanka hadda daalaha lishii waa dad isla weyn anagoo kala waa dad aad isla wada weyn waa oo aaminsan bo inay ayaga dad ugu sareeyaan sidoo kale Soomaalida dadkan oo hadda Kenyaati ay dhahoosid dad madax laga tumay oo la gumaysaday ayaa waxaa ka dhacsan in cadow ku yiinaaday baddi isku day inay qaado Hassan Sheikh went to court he hustled and hustled and hustled and hustled to make sure the ICJ case in a socoto he done good one of the things that qabiyada Nigeria administered was that this outcome of the ocean where Emanesa like some other guy is going to claim it, which is true. What happened? Farmajo tried to claim the ocean victory. The ocean victory that Ruta laga haro ilaa laga boqo. Hassan Sheikh haweeney maalin u soo dagaatamay. Teeda kale, brother, anaga interference. Like yes, marko dhahay.
Both of them. Give credit to both of them because Farmajo he could have easily, when Kenya was asking for this thing to be discussed, and لحظة كولا هذا ما كمان discuss ده who could do it? You could have said yes, but then again, that shows you what shaqeeyay.
Absolutely, waa shaqeyn fahamta laakiin waxa kaga hadlaya Kenyaatiga anaga waa karbaashi karnaa brother waa ka adagnahay hadii Soomaali ay timaado waxaa la dhahaa xataa waa lagu xantaa xataa Kenyaati waa ordayaan dagaal day timaado waa dad fulaya waa lagu xantaa Afrikana lagu xanto ma fahamtay marka anaga cadowgeena waa dadkan oo noo eg oo luqadeen hadday bartaan nagu soo dhexgali karaan oo dhihi karaan Soomaaliyan oon ahayn ma fahamta anaga cadowgeena waa kuwaas dad anaga noo eg luqadeena ku hadlayo diinteena haysto oo anagana ka tirsaneen waa dadka sameey kara waa Etoobiyaanka waa dadka influence nagu sameey kara anaga Kenyaatiga la hadoo anaga noo yimaa isla markaa soo baxaa because runta laga hadlo waa jariiro noqonaa ma karata Soomaalida waa dadka ilaa si oo kala sameey ma fahamta laakiin anaga nimankan brother ma aamini karno saaxiibkay nimankan foreign agenda ay qabaan oo ah inay baleeyihiin bo geeska Afrika oo xeebta Soomaaliya marka dad basaas ka dhacso kumanaan sano haday dhahay waa fiican yihiin maadaama little jar deal la gashay that your brother is bringing some jad Okukeno Ethiopia jad in Kenya adit bro you doing this for money it's economic reason ma fahamtay marka anaga we need to look back at our history dadka cadowgeena weligeena ay ahays who's always been cadowga Soomaaliya yahay waa la ogyahay waa nimankan buuraha ku nool ma aha nimankan Kenyaatiga ayaga madax lagu tumi jiray meeqa sano 300 sano 200 sano waa dad oo ayaga dhanba oo madax laga haysto marka anaga madaxweyne Farmaajo dhaho ma yaqaanaan Kenyaati ma yaqaanaan marka
siyaasadooda caadi ma dad Mareykanka ku xiran dad waxa waaye Western ku xiran dad waxa waaye intana isku dayaya markasta inay aqal badiyaan gaalada noostum caalam Etoobiyaanka waa kula dagaalamayaan dagaal bin ugu jirin Tigraha waa wax dagaal badan u kiciyo wadankeena the last 20 odd years wax ka shaqeynaya oo dhib ku wada waa Tigray maanta Abiy Ahmed waxaan ka sheegi karnaa malaha dowladdiisa ma dhihi karno dowladda sala dagaalamaya we have to be controlled waa u baahan hadda fiir anaga dekado badan aan leenahay who's got one of the biggest economy in Africa Ethiopia so waxyaalahaas kor waa isku baahan yahay anaka waa in aqli yeelan hadda Ethiopia mutfaa one thing for sure Abiy Ahmed regime is not trying to gain يعني dekado by aqli iyo isku diritaan iyo waxa he's going to try to do it by dowlad I'm saying and plus he currently doesn't even need that much from Somalia because Eritrea heshiis la galawa so anaka currently we need to stop focusing on Ethiopia start focusing on Kenya because Kenya is having a lot of issues I'm saying Kenya does not want us to stagnate but at the end of the day more issues are going to come when Somalia is stable for Kenya looking also soconna and if dadka Somali Kenya
dhulka weyn Ethiopia ka haysatay oo kaliya shalaalo dhan ah oo gaaraysa ilaa Soomaaliland dhulkaas ma ka fikirno maxaa ugu fikirayna dhulkan oo xeebtan oo Lamu oo 12 miles
Let me explain to you. I mean, the reason I think Kenya is quicker to get here is first thing first, the NFD region is the most neglected region in Kenya. واحد قال إدريان ماله واحد أصوب بيان ماله دكتاس مفهمينه دكتاس أيجا بنسور رأس نتونا أنا وحقوق فهمت أنا وياش من ديرك ما بين الصومالية ما أنت حمر كسر بيجين لكل من لحين في المجد من هني فرق المجد إليهم وكل شيءنا dhibaatada lagu wado waa u jeednaa kenya kugu wato waana ka xanaaqsanahay askarta kenyaatiga oo iyo askarta jubbaland oo dhulkeena soo gelayso intay wax kasoo qalad kasoo galaan dhulkeena marka aniga that kind of help me and I know for a fact Kenya NFT is most closest to get soon Ethiopia ogaadeen ayaga laftigooda ayaga laftooda dadka lagu sheegay NFT-ga lagu leeyahay mataqaanaa dad maahan oo sidii maarkan oo Ethiopianka suubiyeen oo kala maahan Ethiopianka waxay subsadeen Soomaalida Ethiopianka waxay subsadeen gobol maamuleed waxay ka mid yihiin mataqaanaa dowladaha Kenya even though Kenyaatiga Soomaalida ku jiraan xataa dad waxay dhahayeen mataqaanaa markii dagaalka ka dhacay Ethiopia gobolka ogaadeenka waxay awoodeenba markaas inay go-aanba you know what I'm saying but Macedonia they still want to be part of Ethiopia marka dadka walaaleyna marka Ethiopia marka ayaga inay kasoo dhamaystirno ayaga maskaxdooda ay kasoo dhamaystiraan waa inay rabaan inay nagu soo biiraan aniga waxaa maqlaya xataa qaarkood maba rabaan inay soo biiraan ama ogaadeen inay subsadaan ama in Ethiopia ku jiraan laakiin aniga dadka Kenya iyo degan dad aqaano waaye dad wax waa dhacda oo wadankaas lagu bahdilay oo waxaan laga ogolayn markay noqoto dhaqaalo iyo dhulkooda inay dhistaan iyo there's a lot going on there
abu dadkaas adaa jecel laakiin dadkaas haddaa gashid I have aunties cousins from the NFT side and brother if you follow their forums their conversations their Twitter accounts a lot of them waa Soomaalinimada aad bay ugu soo horjeedaan waxay aaminsan yihiin inay yihiin dad Swahili ku hadlo oo xataa guriga xataa waxay bilaabeen inay Swahili ku hadlaan Soomaali lagu hadlin marka anaga dad nagu ordaayo ma burso karno ma fahamta dadka nagu ordaayo waa fasaxeena laakiin nimankan oo anaga oo kaniga shanaa noo dogo oo haweeney maalin la bahaldilooyo oo xataa ay Soomaali weyn oo dhan laga helayo oo kaliya ay ahayn ogaadeen oo dir u joogo oo hawii u joogo oo ummadda dhan ay joogto oo Soomaali maxamed dhan oo representation ay ka leedahay xaga no means brother and that's my point of view bro.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree wallah because I see aniga dadka Soomaaliya galbeedka joogaan dad waxa waaye oo dhaqaale haystaan oo khayraadka ka helaan Ethiopia waxna ma ka maqno ma fahmino the funds state ka imaad way helaan dowladooda ka laakiin NFD bro is a neglected region bro I know that for but the other thing is Kenya is currently very aggressive to Somalia. So I don't know how things are going to change. Maybe with Hassan Sheikh, but Allah واحد أتونا Hassan Sheikh دولة دي سو ولا دخل تنتو ملكله. أبدأ في إثيوبيا أبدأ أحمد وعرتين. He was the first one. So ما أنا ما أتونا لا ربوا أنا.
Abu Khalid, I might have to go in the next 5 to 10 minutes, bro. It's already, I think, midnight in here in Mogadishu. But wallah, bro, wallah, Maxi, mashallah, bro, you made a lot of good points. And I think the more we debate, the more we can come in a bridge marity, in a halfway point, because to debate, you have to reach an agreement or okay, let's go from here. But if we are all over the spot and Somali and a couple point of view, whether there's a political view, whether a social view, وإحنا ولا خصنا وعنقنا أمريكا سحن أو ولا خصنا وكذا. Like if we come to a point of view where we say, hey, A, B, C, D, E, we agree. E, F, G, H, Y, let's try to agree. If not, then we agree to disagree. Anyway, wallahi, and like I said, I think I got like 5 minutes left. Like in one thing that I tell the sila and anaga Somali hadaan wadanka anaga askale farmaajo ma lahan Hassan Sheikh ma lahan dam jadiid ma lahan labada nololna ma lahan this is our country ma fahamtay Hassan Sheikh danoo leeyahay waa inuu magaca samayso loo rabaa oo magaca adduunka tago farmaajona sidoo kale marka why are we going to build in ayaga magac ku yeeshaan ma anaga magac guud wala lahaano farmaajo waa tagay hadduu wax leeyahay oo wax isku og yahay, the next 4 years will determine whether Farmajo was good or not. Just like the way we saw that when Farmajo's administration keys marka aragnay Hassan Sheikh inuu fiicnaa iyo inuu xumaay. Yani waxaa arki doonaa in the next 4 years insha Allah Abdullahi nabad nagu gaarsiiyo wax qabadka Farmajo hadduu fiicnaay iyo hadduu xumaay, brother. That's what I'm trying to make, inshallah. Marka, wallahi, we had a very good conversation, guys. It's Khalid, keep up the good work, bro. How I
love you as well, man.
You're doing reconciliation work, bro, but you don't know that.
I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best, bro. But you, like I said to you, from no one knows, yeah. And I'm privileged, Today when I saw you coming up, I was like, whoa. I was like, yo, so like I thought, bruv, I'm telling you, you got a channel. I'm not gonna lie to you, Nadero. Your thing's powerful. That's why I tell people subscribe to this brother's channel. And keep also, like me, yeah. You lost your mojo. I see you 2 months ago. Like me, I lost. Sometimes you lose the little content creating sort of aspect.
Yeah, we set up the website as well for
share the website, Instagram, for everything. I'm gonna
Somali.com.
Message me on Instagram.
Yes,
Instagram.
I will.
You got Instagram?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, please follow me back on Instagram. We're gonna create more content. This brother, I'm not gonna lie to you, watch his videos. He comes from a non-bite, bro. You know how many times I've streamed your videos?
MashaAllah.
Literally, bare times I'm like, yo, this brother bang. And from an English Somali perspective, and today, I was privileged. I was like, yo, MTV Somali's on my team. You know what I mean?
You know why I had to come in, bro? Because I didn't want to add the dhalinyarada in laga waalo oo maaragtay or Hassan Sheikh is only 3-4 days old, bro. He's not even bit of Somalia, and already he has opposition, which is a bit sad, because we have to give people a chance. This guy had also his experience, so now our hopes are even higher. So then, if he flops, then we know for good that this man is empty, fake promises. We say, hey. Farmajo haligi and markan famt.
No. That's what I'm saying, brother. Well, I was privileged. We're gonna wrap it up, but again, Sunday we're doing a stream on Sunday 8:00. I need to get to work tomorrow. Yeah, Sunday 8:00. Why is Joe Biden sending troops to Somalia? If you got a video, please chop something up for us. And again, please, I'm gonna leave the comment section. His chat's I'm gonna leave this link in the comment section as well. Watch his brother's channel. We all need to sponsor this brother's channel. Wallah is on point. Huh?
I'm jumping in this. I'm subscribing now.
Subscribe. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wallah is the best.
We also do daily news about on mtvsomali.com. If you guys want opinions, political thoughts, news, election process, election news, Somali diaspora news as well. So mtvsomali.com another platform. And technically, this Joe Biden thing, I'm definitely gonna jump in because I'm anti-Democrat Party, bro.
Okay,
to be honest,
leave that for Sunday.
And the reason for that is that
we agree on that, innit?
Because Democrats, bro.
Sunday, I know how to, because right now we're gonna do Thursdays and Sundays from now on. Yeah, I'm gonna be consistent because on YouTube you need to be consistent. I got that hunger. I need my brother MTV to get that hunger. Them videos. We need them videos back in again. Them ones, my bro. We're here. Gonna wrap it up right now. Please, you guys stay. We're gonna do back studio. I'm gonna show you. And Hamid Sadiq, if you're there, yeah, come to the back studio, innit? Yeah. But guys, again, please HBO, help a brother out. Subscribe. Help our brother out. That's what HBO stands for. My channel, his channel. We're out here. Wait 1 second. Where is it?